Someone say something else.
Something else.
I specifically didn't say it this time because I knew you two would.
And I specifically said it this time because I didn't get to last time.
All right. Oops.
Blah, 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 blah.
There we go. Perfect. Are we ready to go?
I think so.
Yeah.
So last time you sold some gems. Iskin got a sandwich.
The highlight reel right there.
Yeah, that's about it. Really.
We try.
For the entire game, we get into touring. What do we do? Buy sandwiches.
Yeah, important stuff.
Yeah,
And then
but
you-
now. Oh, go ahead.
You return to the Eye of the Spider to possibly get sandwiches for everyone. And that's where we left off.
Yes, exactly.
Did we leave off with staying the night at the inn and all that stuff?
If you want to just say that you spent the night, that's fine.
Okay.
Although we left off just as you returned to the inn, is where we actually technically left off.
Cool. So, awesome. Well, I guess go back and get sandwiches.
Okay.
It's apparently the only thing that Torrent makes.
There we go.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I think Noel's rebooting.
Noel's struggling. Get back to the phone. This isn't sustainable. I don't have very much data.
Okay. Sandwiches. So who's paying for the sandwiches?
I'm fine. I don't require
Someone-
any additional sandwiches.
Is someone looking up the cost of sandwiches?
I am looking up the cost of sandwiches.
Jesus.
Well, there's
They
quite a
better
few.
be affordable.
One clump each.
Oh God.
Probably.
Okay. 5 smidges equals 1 tad. 20 tads equals 1 clump. There we go.
I decided to simplify things. I would add a smaller unit, like smaller than a smidge. It's called a tidge.
Tidge?
Yeah.
Damn it, Sin. That's not making it simpler.
How many tidges for a
Is
smidge?
there also a smidgen?
How many
Um,
tidges are in a smidge?
And how many smidgelets are in a tidge?
There are no snidgelets. 100 tidges are in a smidge.
All right.
So tidges are equal to copper, basically.
All right. So I have 30,000 tidges.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to approach the lovely lady that was giving us sandwiches and whatnot yesterday and just be like, right, so I know you have sandwiches and I'd like one of those, I can pay. But do you also happen to have any ale?
Yeah, we have ale.
I'd like a pint of that as well, if you wouldn't mind.
That would be 4 tidges.
I have here's a smidge, I guess.
Okay, so she gets out her scales and carefully. This currency system is retarded.
Oh, and
Sounds
around
like
for all my
creator.
friends as well.
And for all your friends.
Indeed, that would be these fine lads and lasses here.
So that's how many of them? There's 6 of you players. And then, did you want to buy one for Schlazio and Plinker
Hell
and
yeah,
Brad?
hell yeah, I'm buying one for Schlazio and Plinker,
have
and
any
I
money.
guess Brad can have one as well.
No, he's too young.
He's a
Wait.
baby.
Isn't this money from Clicky?
No, this is mine.
Clicky still has all 7 smidges.
And Sarano has not touched Clicky's 100 copper. He's holding on to that for him.
Aw.
So that's 36 titches. So she measures out and gives you back 64 titches.
Alrighty.
So 0.64 smidges.
You got the decimals still broken.
And so you go back to your table with your ales.
And sandwiches. Don't forget the sandwiches.
And, oh, well, with sandwiches, are you paying for the sandwiches too?
Yeah, I'm buying everybody.
Okay.
Oh.
So Asa
now-
still owes us that sandwich.
Oh no, he's covering it.
No. You promised us a sandwich from your pockets.
That's another 36 titches. So
Alrighty.
72 total, so you get 28 in change.
Alright, sounds good to me. Hey, everyone! I got those drinks and I got the sandwiches. I don't know what the big deal about them is, but apparently they're a big deal. Here you go, here you go, here you go.
What kind of sandwich?
I'm assuming it's some kind of meat-based sandwich.
Cheese and meat, yeah.
There you go, cheese and meat.
Look,
Oh boy.
Schlazio is very appreciative. He goes, "Thank you, very kind."
Yeah.
Oh, no
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. We're all friends now, aren't we?
Are we?
I would like to think so.
You watch as Schlazio removes the meat from his sandwich, though, trying not to make a big deal out of it. Sticks it off to the
in
side.
a sec, we'll take that meat, slide it into his sandwich.
Okay.
No offense is taken.
Good.
Well, thanks for getting all this stuff. It's actually really nice of you. Could just
Well, I
not
like to
mention
treat
this.
my friend. I like to treat new friends when I can.
Mhm. Oh.
Rap is happy to get the extra ale.
Okay, so we all agree that this is life now. We just live here. We don't go anywhere. This is our home now.
We just sit and drink ale and eat sandwiches.
Mhm.
We can't stay here forever.
Yeah.
We don't have enough money.
I mean, you guys don't have enough money.
Well, I can stay here indefinitely. They're not charging me. You guys, though, that's another thing entirely.
Right, so I imagine a fine group of folk such as you have something that you all are doing. What's the
Just
quest? The
You
journey?
You sure you want to hear this?
Huh. Got nothing better to do.
We're trying to kill 2 different moons.
Isn't it just one moon now that Nero's not here? Like, we don't need to follow up on his thing.
So how do you kill a moon? Pardon
If you-
me for asking. I don't know exactly. you
Do
know,
we
how-
look like we know? We don't. We should probably get on that, but it's really nice just sitting here.
Yeah. It's been a long time since things haven't tried to kill us. And this sandwich is nice.
Right, so you're trying to kill a moon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That big purple one up in the sky.
No.
I don't think so.
Previously, but no more.
Ah. Ah, well. That sounds like fun. Not that never tried to kill a moon before.
Neither have we. But, that's the only way we can get back home.
What is the moon keeping you prisoner or something?
No, we made a deal with the Loch Ness Monster to bring us back.
Mm-hmm. Very very convoluted lives you all live. I
Yep.
like it. And
that's our-
where is home for all of you?
Everywhere.
It's
Fair
not,
enough.
With the capital E.
from Enkinadon.
Do you even know what the wards are, Sarno?
Can't say that I do. I lived in a village for most of my life, then went to a school off in the mountains. Well, I do know several other villages, but I've never quite been to this ward's place.
You'd know, believe me, you'd know of them if you'd been there.
Fair enough. Well, I'm sure they're all lovely places, and so since we're all sitting here drinking and eating and having a grand old time, what's the plan?
Continue putting off figuring out how to kill the moon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we gotta take care of some stuff in town. It's like the first time we've been in a place with people who potentially have answers.
Answers are good. So who are you asking?
Well, I think mainly the abbot. He
Abbott,
seems to know what's going on here.
Abbott. I can't say that I've met any abbots.
Well, the monkey. I'm a monkey.
No, I'm a monkey.
No, abbot. I'm a monkey.
Well, there's another monkey here, and he's an
Now
abbot.
he's a monkey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of. Actually, he can be anything he wants.
Well, can't really blame him for choosing to be a monkey. It's kind of the best thing you can be.
I respect your opinions. Yeah, Finch doesn't feel bad not drinking his ale since everybody else is either not drinking it or giving it away to somebody else.
Waste a good ale. Well, what have you?
You gonna
Anyways.
drink that?
Huh?
So Brap is now over in the corner, pissing into one of the plants.
Mm-hmm.
A few people are sort of watching him. Charvanol is trying to catch your eye, and she sort of points over to him.
I'll go up to her. Mr. Charbonneau, I apologize. We don't speak the same language. I can't make him stop. He doesn't understand me.
Okay.
And I'm not going over there. If he has to sleep outside, I understand.
Well, if he's not house trained, then
I think he's just going through a phase right now.
I think we'll get a few complaints if he pulls that upstairs. It might be best if he sleeps outside. I can.
That's perfectly understandable.
I can put a pallet for him.
Okay. Hopefully we'll work on our communication skills in the future.
If you could try to head him off before he does that next time, it would be appreciated.
It's the first time he's ever done that. It's also the first time I think he's ever seen a potted plant, though. So it might be some cultural confusion. But yes.
Okay. I don't know if I made it clear earlier, but I do have staff to pay here. I'd like to let you all stay here indefinitely, but it was just kind of a one night.
Oh, no,
For you,
no.
for you it's indefinite. But
We
for that, it's-
understand. We understand.
Okay.
We do.
I'm sorry to bring it up. It just
No. I understand completely. And even the one night is more than generous. No, it's truly understood. We are a major tax on your resources. So, again, thank you. We will make other arrangements, I'm sure.
All
How
right.
much is your nightly rate, just out of curiosity?
Um, she looks at the conversion rate table. She's got hidden behind the.
Half an hour later,
Yeah. 10 tidges each.
10 tidges per person. Is that for
Actually-
the room?
Call it 8 tidges each. Actually,
Okay.
it's not. It's more of a communal room.
I understand. I just that's meals on top of that, just so I can let them know.
I can throw in a sandwich as well.
A daily sandwich. That
A daily
is-
sandwich
a
for
wonderful
8 tidges
deal.
each a day. Yes.
That is a brilliant deal, and we appreciate your hospitality. I will inform the group. Is Brab done? I'm like purposely not.
He's sort of swaying his hips from side to side, trying to shake off the last little
All
droplets.
right.
Ugh.
Listen, we've been in the woods together. This is
So welcome to the show, anyone who's
Yeah.
listening
Pretty
in.
much. This is, at least we targeted a plant this time.
This
So, yeah, as soon as he finishes his business, I'll go over.
He goes
Okay.
looking for his loincloth when he's done.
Thank you. I'll wait till he's decent.
Well, he sort of ties it around his head as a bandana.
Oh, lovely. I'll snap at him and tell him to put his loincloth on his butt.
He looks at you and his eyes cross and he sort of falls over onto his, just falls
Good
down onto his butt.
Good enough. Pick him up by his headband. Take him outside. So we can think about what it. I hear ya. You just sit out here and think about what you've done.
yeah, no, Mom, don't make me do this.
No, he's going outside so he can learn to behave in public. I'll come back to the table and
Okay.
relay Charbonneau's information that, as suspected, and has now been confirmed, it is a one night only situation. So,
Okay.
Awesome.
for you, anyway.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess that's fair enough.
Unless you all want to try and join the bit of beer. Then...
Nope.
Mm.
I mean,
And
it kind of makes sense. It'd be kind of a shitty business
yeah,
philosophy if they just gave us free rooms all the time.
it is, yes. Mr. Charbonneau was very kind, and that appreciation was conveyed. And on that note, and she'll put her sandwich down where she's picked it up so we all know it's serious. We are here under the hospitality of Slagio and his people.
Well, Schlazio says it's more Charbonneau.
Still,
We don't own this place. It's
I know you don't own this space, but your hospitality, your kindness is the only thing we've gotten, even halfway positive, in our entirety here. A little concession, a sliver of security. So how about we not insult their beliefs in front of them? Just as a thought. I understand that their ways are not everyone's ways around this table, but if we could not insult our hosts, at least not within my earshot, that would be great. Okay? And she'll pick her
Okay.
sandwich back up.
Sorry.
she just goes back to eating, happy as a lark.
Schladzio says, so I'm just going to go. You guys are all right now, right?
I just go.
Like, go to sleep?
No, I was thinking more out and away.
Okay.
Oh, out on the
Touring,
town?
touring isn't really my. I'm not very comfortable here.
It's okay.
Thanks for the help.
I can find you if I need you, though.
Yeah, we're blood mates, so we'll be able to. Yep. All right, he gives you a friendly pat on the shoulder and says, speak to Charbonneau about your horn tomorrow.
Yes.
She should have it ready.
Yes.
And the rest of you, yep, bye. He goes.
Bye.
It'll be a shame you're leaving, Sladzio, but I'm glad I will not kill you.
He stops.
I
and
hope you live.
looks like he wants to say something nice in response to Clicky, but he doesn't know what to say and just leaves.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He seemed awfully uncomfortable. Is there something I said?
No.
No, it's just us.
Well, I'm sure the terrible rudeness he's had to endure. No, his people don't like to stay in one place for very long.
Makes sense. My people are much the same.
Maybe I should have followed him.
Well, you could, but you just talked about not eating him, so that might put a damper on the relationship.
We also don't stay in one place for very long either.
Well, we've pushed it too many times.
It? What's it?
The rain.
Oh.
Doesn't smell like rain to me.
Not yet. Not now.
Why do you think it's you and not just a series of unfortunate coincidences, Clicky? Everyone's been thinking it, right?
What?
Because it is me.
And how do you know that?
The same way I know what tastes good and how to breathe the air.
You just sense that you bring disaster.
No, I know this. It's like
Comment, please.
I don't know if there's a word for it.
Well, you seem pretty convinced, even if I'm definitely not.
Well, I
Does
respect
that
your...
help?
No, not at all.
It's a nice.
Like home.
Mhm.
You've all finished your sandwiches and your drink. So, shall we get on with it? Whatever it is.
Did Blinker make it to the stage?
Yeah, he's just got his turn on the stage just now, and he goes up there and starts to strum. And it looks like the regular band that was up there, they're all taking a break, so he's got the stage to himself. And as he starts to play, it starts off very melodic, and he starts to sort of add percussion in the form of just random noises that he mimics. And gradually, as he gets more into it, the percussion kind of takes over and the melody becomes a bit more drowned out. And his eyes start, you notice it's kind of weird, his eyes seem to start to glow a bit brighter purple as he plays. And he seems oblivious to pretty much everything that's going on as he loses himself in his music.
Does he usually do that? Turn to his skin.
No, it's. He should stay indoors.
Well, I've certainly never heard music like that before. I like it. It's got a bit of a beat to it.
Oh, he's very talented.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
melody itself is actually, you've heard him play it a few times before. It's very, very pretty. And it sort of weaves through the random noises he makes. If he wasn't, like even the noises, they don't necessarily add to the music, but they're woven in as gracefully as they could be.
As gracefully as it could be.
Well, he is mad.
Are we ever gonna talk about the fact that he has traveling and that isn't something you get better from?
It can be fixed. Jonathan said it can be fixed.
All right.
Just not here. So he stays out from underneath the moon, and we keep an eye on him best we can. He hasn't hurt anyone.
Yeah.
So we just keep him safe until we're back home.
So, what's this deal with the moon anyway? I've been told several times not to look at it, and you're now saying that this fella here needs to keep away from it?
He's sick. Don't look at
You
the
kind
moon.
of go a little cuckoo in the head.
Sometimes. I don't know that it affects everybody, but it's hit him pretty hard. But he can be fixed. Just not here. And there are people that may try to kill him. So we just keep him close.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no more songs, and we don't want that. So
And he seems like a nice enough chap. I'll lend my blade to his protection.
he's a good egg. That was a
Yeah.
joke, wasn't it? I didn't mean it to be.
Thought it was a bird.
He's a bird.
But not a chicken.
He's not a chicken.
It's not a chicken.
Not an owl either, thank goodness.
Never
Yeah.
really liked owls.
Me either. Owls are assholes.
They really are.
They are.
Stealing all the food, dive bombing you when you're trying just to get by. Ah.
Alex. Friend of mine had an owl. I hated that thing. I told myself I would learn to make it understand me just so I could tell it how much I hated it.
Why would you want to keep an owl? Like I said,
Oh.
they steal all your food, they glide all creepy like.
He was a mystic. He was a tree keeper back home. A lot of them keep pets like that.
Oh.
I think they just do it because it makes them look scarier than they really are. That bird was an asshole.
Yeah.
He was.
No, I don't doubt it.
He was Hierophant. He's a dick.
Well, I don't really like names I can't pronounce very well, so agreed.
Mm. He's here
Welcome.
somewhere,
Well,
I think.
you should probably not travel with us.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about it. Ever since I've gotten here, it's always been names with all consonants and no vowels. I can't say damn one of them.
It's difficult. Nicknames are good.
You just try to make the first sound and then just nonsense from there, and people usually understand.
Just cough.
Well, I couldn't do that. Names are very important, you know. Very, very important. It's just very hard.
I've gone through like 6 of them, and I doubt he was originally named after a bird, so.
You're a bird too, Finch. I didn't realize that joke applied on so many levels. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I mean, it was a name that was given to me, so I mean, really, I enjoy it. It reminds me of what I'm supposed to do.
You're supposed to Finch?
No,
Supposed to be particularly bird-like.
no.
Do you
Finches
taste
are-
like a bird?
I was waiting for
He just backs up and pushes his ale in between, clicking on himself. No, finches are spring birds. They they're a they're a sign that warm and sunshine and goodness is coming, and that's why I got named that to, so that I can strive to be that.
That's very nice.
Yeah, actually.
Accurate too.
Hmm?
You always see finches first. Usually goldfinches.
Sunshine?
Yeah, there's a thing called the sun. It's amazing.
I will say the finches are usually the first thing we hear after the mists are gone. Kind of lets us know it's okay to go outside.
Finches are good birds. You can eat them too, Clicky. I promise.
I'd rather not see that. No,
Not
no.
this finch.
I would but I would not like to see that.
Well, you don't want to, but you can.
What?
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 Are we talking about me or birds?
Birds.
Oh,
I'm talking about birds. Oh God. Excuse me. I'm gonna go deal with crap. I swear, I'm gonna cast an entangle spell on his ass if he doesn't stop it.
Well, he seems pretty sedate now. He's out cold.
Alright.
As Iskin goes to take care of Brad, Sarno just kind of leans in. So you all keep calling her Iskin, but you told me her name was Angry Tree Bow Lady.
She's got a couple names.
Right. I'm probably gonna go with
Basically
this.
is.
Probably gonna go with Iskin. It's a bit easier to say.
But that's for her friends. Angry Tree Boat Lady is for people
Well,
she's met.
I just bought her ale and a sandwich. I think that makes us very good friends.
Alright, fine. It was nice while it lasted.
Well, anyways,
speaking of buying stuff, Asa,
Yes.
can I have a small?
Oh, I don't like the sound of that at all. How much are you talking about?
$1 million.
2 smidges?
You don't have 2 snitches?
I do, but I might need.
You owe me one. I'll give him 2 smidges.
Okay.
I want to have a talk with you later, by the way.
Okay. Awesome. All right, and Finch takes it and then goes up to Charbonneau a second. After everybody's finished talking. Oh, Brap is so cute. He's asleep.
Till he wakes up and takes out half
Yes.
the bar. Cute.
All right. Does anybody else want to do anything?
I wanted to talk to Peter, but it depends on how late it is at night. Dungeon
Well, there
Master.
are no real day-night cycles here.
Okay. Well, you know what I mean. Good cheese.
Yeah, it's hard. You don't really know Torrent, but going by your exploration of the town, you figure you probably got here sometime in the night because there weren't many people around. And everyone in the bar here, in the tavern here, seems pretty worn out.
Okay. So probably.
So if you want to
turn
adjust
in.
yourselves to the local schedule, yeah, probably.
Never will do that. That's the sun already. Okay. Maybe we turn in then? Yeah?
Oh, meet you guys upstairs.
Thing for DM, because I really don't want to hold the party up doing this. Can I do like a lightning run out, buy things, run back?
It depends what you want to buy.
Go back to the herb lady, see if she can brew up healing stuff.
Yeah, you can dash out.
Yeah, I just don't want to make this take an hour for everybody else's sake. And a smidge is a gold, and I'll let you figure that out. I'm sorry.
While you're figuring that out,
Yeah.
Sarno's going to parse out 8 tidges to Charvanol for a bed for the night, since apparently we're not going anywhere.
It's
Okay.
late. We had a big day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, there's something I gotta do before I go to bed. I'll be right back.
No one's going to
You wanna
bed. It's
come?
like, let's go to bed. And then everyone takes
Well,
off.
my thing will only take literally. It will take 2 minutes. It will literally take 2. It's either gonna be really great or it's gonna go really poorly.
I'm so excited.
I was gonna bring Clicky with me, but Clicky's gone. He's in a stupor.
Aw.
Fagio left.
Let's go to bed. Everyone scatters to do the things they need to do
I'm just
before they go to bed.
Okay, first I'm just going to do what they said. Okay.
That's fine.
So you run out to the herbery place, and
Yeah.
Most of the people who are hanging around outside have left. There's a couple still sitting out there. And as you approach the door, one of them says to you, "She's closed."
Oh, you're kidding me. All right. Like closed, or could I barge in and she's probably still there?
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
She's closed. You can't go
knock.
in.
Knock, knock.
Okay, he stands up and he's got a cudgel on the table.
Oh, okay. I
Grabs.
thought this was a random guy who was high.
No.
All right. Fair enough. I'll come back another day.
She's probably dead now.
Yeah, it's like that was actually a group of people who were robbing her blind, and
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the lookout.
Either way, Ace is not hanging around for that. He is on his own.
All right, so who's next?
Oh, I don't care who's next.
Okay, do you want to go next then?
Yeah. Finch, are you staying downstairs for a sec?
Yeah, I'm gonna be down for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, you want to follow me outside for like a minute?
Sure.
Hold my bow.
Do we have to move Brap around?
Oh, he's still
No.
in the corner where you left him.
Yeah, I know. He's fine in the corner for
Oh,
now.
okay.
No, we're not. No, I don't need help with Brad. I can pick him up with one hand.
Maybe get him a little bowl to put next to him when he's sleeping, because
I'm just
Like-
gonna get a piece of cloth and just wrap him up in it. I'm just gonna haul him around like that. He's gonna be bread from now on.
Mhm.
No, come outside for just a second. I need you to hold my bow and maybe punch me in the face.
Yes.
You'll be fine though. Come on. I'll Finch outside. Come on.
Okay.
Kind of go around the corner of the building to some place that looks fairly deserted. I know you said in touring time it was fairly late, so I assume the streets aren't super crowded.
No, they're not very crowded at all.
Okay, I'm gonna shift real quick, just real
Okay.
quick. So I'm explaining this to Finch now. I haven't shifted since I was dead, so this is either gonna be really cool, or I'm gonna be that thing again, and you might have to punch me in the face.
I'd really rather not.
Okay,
Dude.
well, the only other option is to let me.
I know,
run
but
away.
I'll help. I'll help. So I
Okay. Okay. So I'll take off my pack and my bow and I'll set it down and just if you have to kill me, there's potions in there. Don't tell Asa though. But there's potions in there.
Finch's eyes just get really wide. It's like, if you have to kill me.
In the event. Just it might happen. If I run away, just let me run away and I'll find my way back. I leave pretty distinct tracks. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
And you don't do anything weird with like sleep or anything, right?
No.
Okay, because it wouldn't work anyway, but just don't do that. If you were thinking about doing that, just don't do that. Okay, you ready?
If I say no, will it make a difference?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll shift to see what happens.
Okay. So you shift and you watch as Iskin swells up to her giant tree form, except she looks different this time. Her bark is all reddish and with black streaks in it. It looks like Iskin. It looks like the same stuff that Plinker's dulcimer is made out of, fallen dreamwood, like Refner wood.
Oh,
Um,
it's really
except it
pretty.
doesn't have like the weird sort of veins of gold in it, like a living coin Refner does. Also, from your hand, the whole hand you hold your bow in usually, two branches arc out on either side and form this long curved bow shape with a string made of looks like golden light, and it looks like you have a sort of a stash of golden arrows tucked into your back somehow. Like you've got a little wooden pocket bag there that you've got little golden arrows sticking out of. They seem to also be made of this golden light. And in your branches are these little naturally grown sprite houses that you saw grow in the massive tree in the other world when the houses all grew back. And their windows are all lit up golden as well. And as you're both sort of watching this bow grow out of her hand and stuff, you see these little golden lights start coming out of the houses and start flying around.
Hey, your sprites are back.
Hey, are they actually my sprites, or are they just generic no-name sprites that are squatting?
Well, they're golden lights at the moment. One of them flies down and hovers in front of your face, and inside the golden light, it looks kind of vaguely humanoid, and it says in Heden's voice,
Mm-hmm.
"We're out. We made it back."
And put both my arms up in the air. Yay!
Yay!
It's a little intimidating coming from a giant tree.
It is.
Yeah.
It's an 8-foot tall tree.
You look different, she says.
Yeah, it's cool though, right?
It's pretty cool.
You see the bow?
I,
Grenade.
yeah.
Yeah. I have a job for you guys though.
All
Okay.
right. As you're talking to her, the golden light around her is slowly dimming, and she's sort of assuming her regular form that you're used to
Okay.
seeing.
We need heals.
Okay.
So if I call on you, come heal us, okay?
I think we might be able to manage that.
I won't do it too often, but just in case.
Okay.
Good deal. And if you want anything, you just tell me, and I'm broke, but I got stuff. We can
Can
trade.
we communicate? Can you contact us in the other world?
I don't know. Do you hear me talking? I talk to you all the
No.
time. Oh. Well, there goes that theory. I've been talking to myself this whole time.
She shrugs.
I thought you were just a really good listener, Hedden.
No, that's a lie. I'm not a very good listener.
No, you're really not, but I like to pretend that you were. Well, we'll figure something out. We'll figure
Okay.
something out. We'll like knock on my head or something. I'm used to that.
Yeah, maybe we'll experiment on the other side.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Now that we know that the tree is definitely connected to you.
I guess. It's pretty cool. You guys haven't had any more problems, right?
No, it's
Everything's okay.
perfect there. I mean,
Is
we
this-
want to avenge Glumtramp's death still. And
Well,
so if
but
you
how
need us
do I
for
do
that.
that? Like, I can't kill Mist, Hedden.
Well, not the mist, but you can kill Yanavora.
I can't kill a moon either.
Have
I
you
can't
tried?
keep Brat from peeing in the plants. How am I going to kill a moon, Hedden?
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, see, that kid's really positive.
Oh,
Follow his example.
that's it, Hedden. You can go back home now. Before you go, is the sun still there where you are?
It wasn't actually the sun. It was
Can we pretend it was the sun?
sure.
And it's still
She-
there?
She goes to explain to you again that it wasn't actually the sun, but then just realizes it would take too long and just nods. Yeah, the sun's still there.
That's nice. Is Nero still there?
No, he's gone.
No, if he comes back, tell him I said hi.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Okay.
Night.
Keep in touch though.
Well, when we figure it out, yeah. I'll talk to you later though, because Finch is looking at us funny.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just my normal face.
I'll let and the Sproutes go home, and I'll shift back.
Okay.
That was awesome. Pick
Yeah.
up my bow and my stuff. Did you see that? That was awesome.
Yeah. The
And I
wood was
turned
really,
into-
really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you've never seen a dream tree, have you? Not a real one.
No.
They're really beautiful. They look like Glum Tramp, except more.
I only
What?
sure I only saw Gloam Tramp when we were up at the surface that one time. So
Yeah.
I can imagine she was beautiful beforehand. but-
She was. She was, and the dream trees are her times 100. They're really amazing.
I wasn't gonna say that. But yes.
You guys, like Iskin has one good day every month or so. Don't shit in her cereal, okay? Just
I know,
leave
that's
her
why-
alone.
That's why you didn't say anything.
Okay, and she'll get her stuff. Remember, don't tell Asa about those potions. Because
What
I'm so
potions?
stronger than you are. Exactly. If you're nice to me, I'll give you one. Actually, I was going to give it to Honored Bug, but you can have one if you
Out of curiosity, I hate to say this, do potions show up when you cast detect magic?
want.
Because Ace has had that up perpetually for the
I'm also magic. So.
Fair enough.
I'm
Yeah.
a tree.
Pretty much everything around us is magic.
That's good. In this case, that's definitely good.
So yeah, I've got so much stuff in that pack. All right, I'm gonna get wrapped and go to bed. But thank
Alright.
you for not punching me in the face.
I was scared to, if it had to come to that.
Why? You could totally punch me in the face, and then you could do that shadow thing because it's dark. You could just pop behind me and just pop me in the back of the head with me. It would have been really impressive.
Impressive is not the word I was thinking, but thank you.
But it was totally impressive. All right, I gotta go get my drunk little blue friend.
I need to take care of.
Okay.
Head to bed
Well,
soon.
then I'll see you in the room then. I will. I'll go collect Brap and ask Charbonneau exactly where the room is.
It's just up the stairs in the middle here.
Okay, so I figured. Where's Plinker?
He's still on the stage playing.
He's probably fine.
Yeah. He always seems to be anyway.
Okay, so I'll head upstairs with Brap sort of tucked under one arm.
So,
Oh no, wait, he's sleeping outside. Never mind, I'll kick his ass outside and go to bed.
Okay. So those of you who have been in the mines, when you get upstairs, you recognize this person here. It's Jot, the feral satyr who had the baby down in the mine.
Oh does she have her baby?
Yeah, she's currently feeding her baby on her bed. So it's pretty much like a take whatever bed is free arrangement up here. And there's only 8 beds free, so you guys are pretty lucky. She
Why
sees
is
you
this
all
so
troop
Hero went to
upstairs,
farm upstate.
and she seems happy to see you. And she keeps looking at the stairs, waiting for someone else to follow you up.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not with us. He branched off to go to another place, another town, head back home. I don't really remember.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
Her face sort of falls. It's good to see you, though. I'm glad you made it out. I heard that there was some trouble down there.
That's yes.
Mm-hmm. They're actually lying though. Uh, Nero fell.
Iskin,
Why'd you
Fell?
cry?
because it was the nice
It's okay. We've seen him twice.
and I don't say that very often.
It's not the nice thing to do. He did. We were attacked, and he fended them off and bought us time to get away. He fell a hero, and I know he was very proud of his namesake. So I'm very pleased that you're here, and she is safe, as are you. So don't be sad.
Well, at least he lives on in Nera.
Exactly. Stop lying, Ethan. My God. Just go sit on the bed. You just
I
can't
thought
go
that was
a day.
being nice.
Just can't go a day.
I,
Next, she'll be picking her pocket.
I try to do a good thing, and never mind.
Lying is never a good thing.
Yes, it is.
I don't suppose you've seen my husband in your travels.
No.
No.
Avarax knows what happened.
No, we haven't.
So does Nero.
The only two.
Are you staying in Torink long term?
Just until the end of the.
No.
Then I'll rejoin my people.
That's very wise. This is a safe place, it seems. Very nice people here.
Well, it's been tense here lately.
Has
Seems
it?
that this is Numanoon has been going on longer than anyone's comfortable with.
That's what everyone keeps saying. I can see it would make people.
And then there was the earthquake, and the Ion Tor disappeared.
What?
The Tower of Light that rises from the dove hole.
Okay. Gosh. I remember that.
Do you?
I remember seeing it when I was up in the trees.
Okay.
East.
So the Storm Moon tourney has been put on hold until the webs are repaired, and until the game continues. The Numanoon will keep going, or so the spider monks seem to think.
Well, it would make sense that spider monks wouldn't be in charge of the webs.
Yep. All right, so you guys go to bed.
Yeah.
So Finch, what did you want to get up to?
First, I'm gonna talk to Charvanal and go up to her and say, so I have a weird request. Back in your kitchens, do you have like large pots?
Yep.
Could I perhaps borrow a couple of them tomorrow morning? I'll pay you for their use, of course, but
What are you going to use them for?
just gonna do some cooking.
So you want to work in my kitchen?
No.
Where are you going to cook? Where are you going to take them?
Just gonna go out in town and try to pick up some food. You know, go out, try to find people that are hungry.
All right. I mean, I won't charge you as long as you bring the pots back in the same
Oh
shape
yeah,
they left.
absolutely. And I should be back before like the big breakfast rush, hopefully.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't see a problem with that.
Cool. Awesome. I guess I'll swing by in the morning to pick them up. Probably like super early. So yeah, thank you. All right, cool. So I'll do that. Then I guess I'll go over to Pivu and be like, hey, Um, so I can jump through shadows now. That's kind of cool. Thank you for showing
Is
me
it?
that.
You're welcome.
I think it is. Yeah. So before you said that made out of light and dark or light and shadows?
Did I?
I think so.
She's got kind of a glazed look in her eyes, like she's been drinking pretty heavily. But she seems like she's not slurring her speech and her hands are steady and everything like that.
If you really are shadows, then you feel it, don't you? Everything.
I I feel a lot. I can sense things in other parts of the Kneld.
Yeah. Hurts, doesn't it?
It's not comfortable. If I knew what to do with it, it would be one thing, but I don't.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I know what you're going through, but I've had an experience like that too. And that was only through multiple days of fasting and isolation, and it was only for a moment, but it dwarfed any suffering I had ever encountered in my entire life. Would you want
Did
to?
you
What?
you got better?
No, it was only I could sense what you sense. It
No.
was only for a moment, but it was enough to know the pain. I can't imagine what it's like to live with that.
I'm sorry for earlier. I should have warned you what I was going to do.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Um, weird question, but would you want to do something with me tomorrow morning?
Do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually could use your help. I'm gonna make some food for some of the homeless out here, or some of the people.
I've never. That's a bit outside my skill set. I've never actually cooked.
Don't worry, I'll do that. Just do good. You've been cooped up in here all day. It'll be nice to get outside.
I. She seems genuinely taken aback and isn't quite sure how to respond. Then she says, I'll, yes, I will. Okay.
Okay, cool. See you down here in the morning. And he runs upstairs.
Okay. All right. So you go to sleep.
Yep, I will.
So when you get up in the morning,
Yeah.
I guess you're
I'll
gonna
get
try
up.
to wake up before anyone else.
Yeah, and I'm gonna attempt to try to find places that are selling food like super early in the morning, and just like make kind of like just the basis stew of just like uh when butchers like cut up meats and stuff, and they're like, oh, we're just getting rid of all these bones. I'm gonna like try to buy those off of them. Like any like day old stale bread, I'm gonna buy up, and then
Well, as far as supplies go, the Eye of the Spider is actually the main place where you buy that kind of stuff.
okay, then I will spend as much money as it takes to buy up that stuff.
Hey, you know that thing I talked about yesterday? Hey, I'm back. Can you give me the other stuff too?
I did not know that. Otherwise, I would have made arrangements.
So when you take your pot and you sort of head outside and think about it a bit, then you head back inside, go up to the bar, and she asks if you want to use her kitchen too.
Sure, why not? Why not? I was just gonna make like a little campfire and
Full
just, like,
circle.
grill, too. I'm not the best planner. Sorry, Sharpenal.
What are you going to use this for?
I'm just gonna go out and like try to see if there's anybody who's hungry outside.
And you're taking Piva with you?
Yeah, it'll do her good.
I agree. I'll throw in the food for free. That's
Oh,
that's fine.
cool.
You're a nice boy.
Eh, I can only try. Yeah, so I guess I will, after I finish cooking stew or whatever, I'll go out to Pivu with like 2 big pots and be like, here, can you help me carry one of these? We're gonna try to find somewhere where,
Okay,
you
he
know.
helps. By the way, Plinker's still playing. Doesn't look like he.
He's been playing all night.
Pardon?
Has he
He's
been
been
playing all
playing.
night?
Yeah, all night.
Damn.
Plinker?
We
Plinker?
have to seem to hear you. He's got a bit of a following now. There's a most of the people have congregated to gather around the stage now.
Oh, okay. In that case, I thought he was just like playing in a corner by himself.
No, he's up on the stage. He's got like a little. The other minstrels, or some other minstrels, not the same ones as when you first came in, but they're up there too, playing along with him. And they seem to dig what he's doing.
He's fine. He's fine. Totally fine. Um, yeah, so I guess I'll go out and try to find the most destitute looking part of Torink.
Okay. Well, there's no place that's really
Yeah.
that destitute.
Well,
Like,
part of the reason why I'm bringing Pivu along is because I think she knows where like the most people that are suffering are. So I like try to ask her that in the most polite way possible, which I don't know how to do.
Well, honestly, um, probably in the eye of the spider, she says. It's taken all the overflow.
God. Okay. I'm waking up and making breakfast for everybody then. So we come back inside.
I think I think Charbonneau might have something to say about this. She gives you all this free food and then you start feeding it to her customers.
Okay. Then we'll find somewhere else. All right.
Have we woken up by now? They've gone back and forth a lot.
We'll find somewhere else. Okay. It's got to be homeless people somewhere.
Okay. She says, well, there might be a few camped out near the masked bandit.
Okay. Cool. We'll head there then.
All right. So I'll just show you where that is on my fancy touring map.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy tour.
Let's see where and totally safe too.
So
He didn't even tell
doesn't
anyone
apply.
where he was going.
By the way, I meant to mention up top, things will probably go faster if you're not constantly all in one big clump doing your business. So if you want to split the party in town, I'm not going to, take it out on you by killing you or something
So you say.
like that. But anyway, that's the.
I am wanted for my bones. I'm not safe here.
Fair enough. Okay. Cool.
And anyway, so she takes you down this walkway over here down to Asteroid's place, which is here, and down to Grenvonen's garden. You go around to the herbery over here, and then there's a spiral staircase leading down the tree from that. And over in this area here, there's a door leading into the actual mountain. And I didn't describe this last time, but this whole mountain face here, where I've got it labeled the Masked Abandon, it's sort of riddled with caves. And inside you can see light flashing, like multicolored light. And the closer you get to the cliff face, the more the noise, you can hear the noise from inside. It almost seems like it's magically dampened or something because as you get to right around here, it's kind of deafening. Whereas when you were just over here in the garden, it was not quite so overwhelming.
Oh.
Anyway, there's a humanoid-sized door leading into the mountain here. More in this area, about 30-ish feet up, there's a massive, giant-sized door. There don't appear to be any stairs leading to it, so you're not sure what that's all about. Anyway,
Gulp.
so you go to this human-sized door, and there is a little camp of people out here, and they seem to be waiting for scraps to be tossed out. It looks like this leads to the kitchen area of the masked abandon, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And so you bring them your stuff.
Yeah, I'll do
And
that.
they all seem pretty happy to have it. It's mostly elves and sort of half beast men types. And they seem a little bit rougher than the ones in the Eye of the Spider, a little bit more lean and like they, not so much that they've been living rough because they don't seem like they're outdoorsy folk. It seems like they're just poor and not used to taking care of themselves very well. So yeah, these are your people.
My people.
Okay. So I'll spend like the next however long it takes to like feed out soup until basically it's gone.
Okay.
Everything that we have is gone.
So one of them runs over here to the herbery and brings some more people who are hanging out there, and they all come down too. And so
Aw.
there's a bit of a soup line for and everyone's pretty happy.
Oh, what a good boy.
Yeah. So
Pivu seems pretty uncomfortable ladling out the soup at first, but she slowly loosens up and seems to get into it. As you've seen her move like around and stuff, it looks like the gown she wears is actually made of shadows, and her head and hands and such sort of are these sort of pale, luminous things just sort of floating inside it. It's pretty eerie.
Yeah. But so I guess as the line dies down and people are content or we run out of food, I'll just turn over to her and like, so you said you didn't know what to do with it all last night, or that you wish you had like some sort of direction. Now, no, thing is like, there's so much suffering that goes on in this world that it's impossible to fix anything. But I'll take these people, for example. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this again, and I certainly don't expect you to keep doing this. But it was good. It gave them a moment of happiness. And while that might not seem like a lot, it is. Because sometimes that one spark is just enough. It's like a small, like a star in the night sky, you know? It's just a little bit of light, but it's good enough to keep you on the right track until morning comes. So, I guess that's my advice if you don't know what to do. Just be
Well,
those tiny glimmers every once in a while.
I did enjoy this, and it was nice to get out. And you're very kind. I think people expect a bit more from me than this.
Yeah. But, you know, you just do what you can.
Mm.
And as long as you're okay with it, then that's all you can really ask for.
I'm not sure it's that easy, but I'll take your I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, I think we're all out of food, so we'll head back to the eye and see if anybody else is awake.
Okay. So that you guys have all woken up by now. You pretty much woke up right after he and Pivu left for the final time.
Can I actually have?
So, Sarno actually woke up early to practice his katas. Can't let himself get soft.
Okay. Then you probably saw them leave.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do?
Did anyone else's sleep get disrupted by the sound of someone going in and out like a bazillion times?
I don't sleep.
Yeah, I was probably finished doing something with pots and food. It was weird. Anyways, I'm off for a bit. And Sarno's gonna just go to all the shopkeepers who do anything with metal and ask them about Rilith.
The only one that you've been to that you know of so far was Heidel down here.
Damn. Well, I never did ask him if he had anything with Rilith. I just assumed he was only interested in dead bones. But yeah, so I guess I'll go there and ask him about Rilith, and if he doesn't have it, if he knows where I can find it.
So you go in. There are a couple of tough-looking dwarves hanging around outside, and they sort of eye you up and down as you go in. Heidel's there. He's like, "Welcome," and you ask your question, and he doesn't seem to know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna slowly pull my katana off my back and just like pull it out 3 inches and just show him. This here metal right here. Have you ever
That's
seen anything like
interesting.
it?
That's very interesting. Really, you say?
Indeed.
Where did you get it?
The school I come from has a bunch of swords made out of it, and generally the people who went along with Lord Kusil got one, and so I kind of left some time ago after he disappeared, and see, while this sword is very special, very, very close to me, and chances of me losing it or it being stolen are basically nothing. If it breaks, well, you see that there's a problem, and I was looking to find some spare realists so that if that happened, I could repair it. Basically, the problem.
I personally don't know where you could find it, but I could certainly make inquiries of my people. We're very knowledgeable of metal lore and such.
Oh, that would be much appreciated.
Well, perhaps we could help each other out. Your friend, the short one, the Falaresian.
God damn it!
Ah,
Traveled with him.
okay.
Oh, so you don't know where he's from?
Not really. He says he's from everywhere. Boy, isn't everyone?
You'd think, but Falaresian have their own way of processing the world.
That's very, very, very fair. I know what you're about to ask, and I'm afraid I don't really have any sway with this group. Now, and also, granted, I'm not very comfortable asking someone else to pay for my bargains. So, is there anything else I can do for you?
How about this? It doesn't really cost me anything to inquire. I'm interested for my own sake. So I'll do so as a gesture of good faith, and I'll pass along what I learned.
Oh, that'd be much appreciated.
If, in return, if the subject happens to come up in conversation, you perhaps mention that I'm not such a bad guy.
Honestly, you seem quite nice. Very unoffensive. Absolutely.
And you.
Well, thank you. I try to be very friendly. I would definitely much appreciate it. And if you do find it, I only need a small bit, just enough to make repairs. It's a very fascinating metal.
It is.
Actually, would you Would you care? And I'm gonna offer him the blade hilt first because I can summon it back if he decides to try and take it. So I'm gonna offer him the blade hilt first so he can test its balance and all that. Now you'll see this metal is actually, even for the size of the blade, is actually incredibly lightweight and incredibly strong. If you'd like to take a look.
He seems like he draws back when you offer him the hilt, like what's the catch sort of deal. But he slowly takes it and looks at it, and when it doesn't blow up in his hand or anything like that, he gives it a few experimental swings, and he seems impressed. Says it's balanced very well.
Indeed.
It's quite remarkable.
I've worked in the forges for a bit on these things. Everyone's got to share in the chores. And let me tell you, the process to fold in the metal like that is very intensive. I never got to do it, mind you, but I did get to watch the misses. Very intensive, but very well worth the effort. So, if you find some of it, like I said, let me know, and I'd be happy to buy a small portion off of you. But you might look into making a few wonders out of that there beauty as well.
Well, if I'll definitely keep my ear to the ground about this. He hands it back to you with care.
I resheath it and then re-sling it over my shoulder.
You should definitely take care of that.
Oh, believe me, I do. Soul is invested in this hair blade.
We actually have blades in the back if you're interested.
Anything in this style, maybe a bit shorter? I'm looking for something like a wakizashi.
I'm not familiar with that.
Sarno's gonna pull out a bit of paper. Well, he doesn't have paper. Shit. Can he have a bit of paper and some charcoal?
Sure.
He's gonna pull out a bit of paper and some charcoal.
You could just borrow some from.
You have any paper and charcoal?
Sure. He's got a pencil and paper and stuff.
Oh, well, that's quite nice. He's gonna marvel at the pencil for a bit. And then he's gonna draw out wakizashi, which is essentially like a shorter form of a katana. Looks a bit like this.
So a short sword.
Kind of. The balance is a bit different. Made for a very quick draw.
We have a scimitar. Almost the same thing.
If I could check it out, I'd be much appreciated.
They do frown on the substance it's made from somewhat here in Torink, so if you do purchase it, you should
Be sure not to
to
draw it anywhere. Oh,
exactly.
Makes very good sense. I just need something as a bit of a backup in case something happens to my precious hair.
So
and he's gonna.
He goes into the back and comes out with something. Oh yeah, he comes out with a sword, a scimitar. Its blade looks like it's made of white, very very slightly porous bone. Except it's like very sharp, very light and sharp, and he sort of holds it out to you for you to take a look at it.
How does the balance compare to my katana in the weight?
Well, your katana is it would take some getting. Your katana are used to. It's basically an extension of your arm at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So wielding this thing would take some definite getting used to.
Well, this metal is rather. Oh no, this isn't metal at all. It's bone.
It's drow bone.
Well, that's.
It's good against giants, or so I've been told. I haven't actually wielded it.
And how much for the short sword?
Well, it's a scimitar actually, but
Well, he's asking about specifically a short sword because the scimitar is a bit long for his backup.
oh well, that's the closest thing we have. We have a sickle.
Ooh. Well, how much for that then? I've traded a bit on the sickle.
That would be a little bit pricier. He takes the bone sword and heads back and comes out with a sickle, and its blade is made of sulfurant, the sort of gray iron with the greenish tint, sort of shiny gray iron, and it hums gently as you sort of run your finger along the blade.
I'm gonna step back, give it a few practice swings.
It feels really good.
Yeah. I
It's,
know
yeah, you
probably
could do
can't.
some damage with that.
I know I probably can't afford this, but mind if I ask the price anyway?
You can ask. Oh, here we go. That would be 600 smidges.
Well, indeed, that's a bit beyond my price range. But if I ever come across any sort of wealth, which believe me, I'll be looking for it, I'll definitely come back and buy this beauty.
I look forward
Anyways,
to it.
I apologize for wasting your time.
Not at all, not at all.
But again, if you could keep an eye out for that Rilith for me.
And if you could perhaps put a little word in the air of the Valoresian, that'd be appreciated.
Well, if I could have your name again.
I am Heitzel.
Heidel. I will be sure next time the subject comes up to mention what a fine, upstanding gentleman you are.
Shut up. I don't mess up my names. Whatever I say is canon. It's just that the canon changes from moment to moment.
I was gonna say like last time where you said like things had R's in it and then they didn't have R's and then you
Yes,
wrote
yes,
them
yes.
with R's
That
anyway.
never happened.
It's
There's
the
no
Kneld,
recording.
it's the Kneld guy.
It's for
It's the changes on a whim.
Exactly.
Anyways, like I said,
our God
if
is a fickle one.
if it ever comes up in conversation, I'll be sure to mention what an upstanding and fine businessman that Heidel is.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance, I must say.
Much the same. The name. Oh, I'm sorry, I never introduced myself. How terribly rude of me. The name's Saronel.
He shakes your hand.
Well, I must be off. Thank you again, and I'll be sure to keep an eye out for any wealth I might come by, so I can come by and browse your marvelous wares.
I hope that we can do business in the future.
Yeah, have a good one. And
You too.
I'm gonna walk out and start looking for people in the party.
Okay. So you probably start heading back to the Eye of the Spider since that's where you left him.
Probably.
All right. So what does everyone else want to get up to? Actually, I'm just going to get coffee while you guys figure out what you're doing. I'll be right back.
Ace is still determined to go shopping.
It's good.
Hey, Den and Sec, you want to go shopping with him? Me? Pronouns? Hard.
You buying?
Yes, he's buying.
You also got to get your finger looked at.
Yeah, but we have Monkey Man told us he'd contact us, and he sounded very, very irritable. when we...
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Ow.
What are you doing to yourself?
Just moving around. I haven't. stood up.
I
was gonna say I'll have to go get dinner soon.
for a couple blissful months, my connection was good enough that I could go out and like walk around with the headset on during play. That was really nice. It's not anymore.
It's been touch and go with my system. I've reset Rabbit twice already.
Does anybody here wear light armor, actually? Because I could buy upgrades for that, hypothetically, depending on the exchange rate.
I mean, right now my armor's a breastplate.
That is medium. I cannot afford to upgrade that.
No?
No idea.
Yeah,
I would assume we go back to...
specialized in metal, though.
Yeah, I actually think.
Yeah, they said weapons and wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's probably...
not to take Denisek back there.
You're right. Good point. Let's go keep harassing Herb Lady, because there are two things I need to get from her.
Drugs.
Worst case scenario.
No,
I was
not
gonna say we
drugs.
can always get
What's
potions.
in Ace's life? Nothing illegal.
Are you sure? Because Asa did just get back from, Pyropia.
That's a
If
good
it
point.
drugs do come with him.
Yeah, which means he needs more.
Do you have?
Is
do
it
you
a
have
thing that
drugs
Ace
from
has
another plane of
drugs?
existence? No, it's not. But do you have IF
Okay.
drugs? What's an IF? I don't know either.
Just get Kneld drugs. I'm sure it'll be fine. Won't get too
Yeah.
much.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
I want to pick up spell components and potions because you guys are just asking for an owl.
Owls are
Owl.
Oh, is that what your familiar is gonna be?
It might be at this rate.
Oh, kitten.
But that's a level away, so that's a long way in the future. But we might never see a town again, so I want to get the components before then.
What you doing, bear?
You also might die before then.
Yes,
It's always an
I am
option.
very aware. But I figure I'll lose the money anyway if I die, so...
No, Genesec will definitely take it from you.
I think 2 characters died. Neither of their corpses got looted.
Well,
He's
to be
still
fair,
looting them.
Adeline was gonna get looted, but you know,
That was dangerous.
Iskin wouldn't let Nero go and
Because
bury the
Adeline got
body.
shredded. No, we have to go.
Is Skid wants
Okay.
to talk to everyone?
Not you people.
That sounded racist.
What?
Did you call them you people?
Only against Canadians.
I just meant I didn't want to talk to the party. Like they don't have to stick around. I meant I wanted to talk to people in the bar.
Oh.
I see.
So who,
We're not as
um,
important to the bar people.
Who's next? Who wants to do a thing next?
I'm gonna attempt a shopping trip with Dennis first if you want. Niskin.
Are you guys just going to buy potions?
Seeing
or-
if that bloody herd place is open.
Well, we can knock that out real quick.
Okay.
It isn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Close for good.
Yeah. There.
I'm gonna break in. What do I roll to break in?
No, it's open this time. There's
Oh,
a
that's nice.
as you get there, people hanging out front are rubbing their bellies and talking about what a good meal they had
Oh.
Aw.
as they smoke their drugs.
God damn.
List, I see.
Where's everyone getting
All these
food?
precious buds, man.
So you go inside, and as before, the last time you were here, she's sort of sitting in a corner, nodding off. And she wakes up when you make a loud noise. And so, what do you want to do?
Genesec will just trip
hoping-
in.
I'm hoping to buy 2 of the lowest ranking healing potions, and then, assuming I have the exchange rate right, 30 smidges worth of spell component herbs.
Well, she says, it'll take me a little bit to brew the potions. I don't keep them on hand.
Not a problem.
But if you can wait a day, I can have them for you tomorrow.
All right. And do you sell herbs that are used in spellcasting?
We have all kinds of herbs.
Can I find those from among them? I'm
Yeah,
looking-
you can find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. What are you looking for?
Herbs for Find Familiar. It says charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Oh, and herbs. Okay, yeah, sure. You can find herbs.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah.
one should hope you can find herbs in the herb store.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to. Oh, sorry, not 30. I'm trying to get 20 smidges worth or 2 castings because if I've learned anything from Critical Role, it's that the familiars don't last long.
So all told, that'll be 120 smidges.
Gotcha. That leaves me with a lot fewer, but I'm happy. You need any drugs, Den and Sec, or are you good?
I could always use alcohol.
We're in the
Sorry.
wrong place for that. Maybe back at the
Damn it.
end. All right.
Okay.
Oh, here, one of these is for you, and I'm gonna give him one of the potions.
You don't have the potions yet.
Oh, right, duh. It's gonna be one of those days. All right, we'll hang out and wait, and we can cut to Iskin or something.
Okay. Are you gonna hang out at the herbalist's
I mean,
for a day? A full
oh,
day.
it's a day. No, we're not. I am so sorry about my memory today. Yeah, no, we'll head back.
Okay. So Iskin and Clicky, I guess we haven't done you yet. Is there anyone else? We did Finch. Yeah, Iskin and Clicky.
What you doing, Clicky?
Eating people.
I hope not.
I'm trying to decipher something disturbing, Dinosec told me.
Okay. Can I help?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what a kiss is.
Well, that's not difficult. Your people don't do that?
Of course not. We don't have lips.
That's mighty racist of you. Is it really causing you that much trouble?
No, but I'm not doing anything else, and there's no storm.
True. So you just want to make out with somebody? Because there's probably ladies you can pay for that.
I don't understand those words.
Okay. So just wink at him. Whatever you say.
As you guys are sitting talking about
Making out?
an elf woman comes in with a little silver platter, and it looks like there's a note on it. She comes up to your table and presents it to Iskin.
Okay.
And it's sealed with a wax seal, the note on it.
Okay.
So are you just sitting there looking at the note on the tray?
Pretty much. He's just holding it at arm's length.
So the elf woman says, "You should take it."
All right. I'll take
And break the seal, she says encouragingly.
it. Pull my knife. Break the seal. Oh.
Okay, there are words. You can't read.
No.
It's just the best.
What language is it in?
It's in common.
Oh, no, Clicky can't help you there.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, yes, he can.
This is incredible.
Mm.
Do you need me to read that for you?
The other way around, says the lady.
Turn it around. Do you have to stand there? Do you?
I was told to wait for your reply. I'll go wait over by the bar and
Thank you.
just give me a wave when you're ready.
Okay.
Note says, I saw you across from the bar. One time.
I heard you talking about kissing.
Who from the party is still in the bar other than Clicky? Because that's really going to determine how this conversation goes down.
Just Blinker, but he's not paying any attention.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll get really, really close to Clicky. Can you read this?
Yes.
Can you tell me what it says, but not tell anyone else that you told me what it says?
Suppose.
Thank you.
Okay.
Does Clicky will stand between Iskin and the elf girl and look over Iskin's shoulder to read the paper?
It's addressed to Iskin, Mystical Treebane,
Ah, damn it.
and it's a letter of apology from Asterut. He says he didn't realize who she was yesterday when they had their dealings, and he was unconscionably, inexcusably rude, and he would like her to accept his invitation for free tea at the Simple Cricket, and he would be very honored if she would bring the insectoid gentleman to whom he was just horribly, horribly rude to, by way of an apology.
Ditto.
Eskin's going on a date with Clicky.
What's an asterisk?
Hmm?
I'm asking Clicky.
What's a what?
What's an asterisk?
He'll shrug twice because he's got the arms for it.
You're gonna make me look stupid in front of this elf lady, aren't you? Okay, fine. I'll go over to elf lady. Okay. I'll give her the note and I'll turn around and walk away. We gotta find out who the asteroid is.
She says, "So was that a yes or
Yes. That's a yes.
later? I can take you there now if you'd like."
Later. Later's good. Later's better.
Anytime. I'll pass
Do you
along your message.
Okay, you don't have to stand here and wait for us, though, right? I mean,
No, I have my own job.
Okay, good. Okay, you go ahead and say thank you. I don't know. What do we do?
So she leaves.
Okay, good. Good. We need to find out what an asteroid is. This is not
Clicky will look around to see if he can find the nearest person.
We can't just
Whether-
ask anybody. We're gonna look stupid.
There are waitresses, and the place is pretty packed. There are like people at all the tables and stuff.
Just ask Mr. Sharp.
Oh, yeah, didn't I tell you to go see him
I
yesterday?
don't know. That was yesterday.
He runs the Simple Cricket. He changes money, serves tea.
Oh, he's the money changer.
Bit of a snob.
Okay. Yeah, you know, it happens. He invited me over. Is that common with him?
No, I would say not so much. No.
Like bring weapons not common or just not common?
Oh, I don't think he's dangerous.
Are you sure?
I will rip the flesh from his face if he tries anything
He
dangerous.
will. He totally will.
Without trying to mate with him.
That's debatable. But I'd rather
I still
not
don't know
witness
how
it.
kissing works.
We're working on that. One thing at a time.
Well, Astrid is a sensible man, and I'm sure that when he gets a look at your friend here, he will, adjust his behavior and take into consideration face eatings and such.
Okay. Well, he kicked him out of his shop before. He didn't seem terribly impressed that day.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, he seems to have very defined thoughts on things.
He's not. I
What
wouldn't
would
say he's
cause him to
dangerous.
change his mind?
He's not dangerous. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't trust him necessarily, but
Well, he's a merchant. You never trust a merchant.
hey,
You're not a merchant. You're a publican, and you're Mr. Charbonneau, and that's completely different.
she was
Clearly.
just kidding about the hay. She was smiling when she said
he
it.
doesn't know that. It's stressful. Okay, there was reading involved. Damn it! I didn't know they did that here. Man. Okay. Do you want to go now, or do you want to stay here and eat first?
Maybe he will give us food.
Well, he's not going to give us food.
Well, he does serve baked goods, says Mr. Charbonneau.
Are they good though?
Yeah, he doesn't bake them. They're good.
All right, you want to go eat there then? Not him, but the baked goods.
Depending on how the situation goes,
You
yes.
can't eat him, honored bug. We'll get kicked out of the city for reals.
What if he attacks you?
Then I'll shoot him in the face. That's generally what I do.
And that won't get us kicked out of the city?
Also debatable.
Hmm.
We'll have to find out.
This
I'm
place
kind
is
of
strange.
curious. Tell me about it. It's very strange. Okay, we should probably see what he wants first, and then I'll turn back to Mr. Charbonneau and say, I'd really like to meet with Amma Abbott if he has anytime soon. Is that like, how do I send a
I can-
message?
I can pass that along for you.
That would be
Normally, he's very available to anyone who wants to talk to him, but things have been a bit stressful
stress.
around here.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons I would like to talk. But yeah, if you could, that would be appreciated.
I think he's
And-
making time for two of your friends today.
Friends is a very loose classification, but I appreciate the kindness. That's a very small joke.
Okay. She
I'm
chuckles.
trying. I'm getting used to them. Okay, we're gonna go see Astrid. If we don't come back, Clicky probably ate him and we had to run to the woods, but don't worry about it. It'll be okay. And then we'll go.
Okay. So you go down to the tea house. The simple cricket. And so I don't know if you remember my description from last time, but it's sort of mostly open to the air. The roof only extends partway over this balcony that overlooks the dove hole. And it's sort of separated from the public walkway by a wall with a wooden wall with a door in it. So you go up to the door and go in, and Astor catches sight of you. He's serving someone who has their back to you, and he makes a delighted noise when he sees you both enter. Well, he's delighted when he sees the Diskins there, and he sort of fades to more polite smile when he sees Clicky behind her. And he glances at the person he's serving, and the person he's serving turns and looks at you. And that person has a fox's head
Oh,
and is very tall, like about 6.5 feet tall, turns all the way around to look at you and sort of freezes. And you see that one of his arms is kind of blackened and withered and held tight to his chest. And he's dressed in these sort of monk's robes. I'll throw up a picture. And sitting on the table in front of him, you see Zenestria with a quickling. And Asteroid seems to be watching the fox dude's reaction. And meanwhile, the fox guy and Zenestria are both sort of just frozen there looking at you. And you do recognize this this fox.
yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
tried to glamour you once before, but it didn't really take.
I believe.
but
it's
you did
his
see-
skin.
Yeah, you did see his sort of humanoid form superimposed over his more little the form he was trying to conceal. and it is the same face and such, and the same weird withered arm. Um, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, make a. Both of you can make a wisdom saving throw against being charmed. I think you have advantage against that or something.
I do. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if you got my message there, Twinkie, but you're technically a fey creature too, so you have advantage against this stuff too.
Oh, that's nice. No, I don't think I got a message. Oh.
Oh. Okay, so Clicky, you get a look at this fox creature, and you're like, wow, that guy's awesome.
You got
You're
it.
just like, yeah, you're just overcome by sort of just awe and respect and
I don't know what
Yeah.
kissing is, but I'd like to kiss that.
Iskin, you feel just the barest trace of that, this sort of something in you rises up in kind of awe before you stamp it back down.
Right. F this dude. In the face.
So the fox rises and walks over to you, accompanied by Asteroid. And he says, Iskin, so nice to see you again.
I'll take the pelt that's strapped to my back and wrap it around my waist.
Ah, so that's how we're going to play this. Very well, I will be in my room. And he heads to the back of the tea house, sort of underneath the overhanging awning, and goes up a spiral staircase to the second floor. And Sinestrio goes after him.
Mm-hmm. You better.
Well, that was awkward, says Asteroid.
Yeah.
I think you offended him.
I know. No, Honorbug, we should go. We should
No, please don't let that ruin the day for you. I've free tea, Asteroid says. I would really like to make it up to you.
No, we should go. We should go right now. We should go right now.
This is a chance for us to get the proper compensation for what was taken from us.
What was taken from us?
The others were saying that the exchange rates we got were unfair, and we had the wool pulled over our eyes. Though I've never had anything pulled over my eyes, so I don't know what they're talking about. But they seemed upset.
We can't come back here. Not without fire. And a lot more arrows.
Oh, Asteroid seems a bit taken aback by that. You have history with the fox then?
That's a really silly question to ask me.
Well, I didn't mean to offend you. I mean, he doesn't own this place. I'm the owner. What he got up to in other parts of the world has nothing to do with me.
You understand he can kill you and everything here.
The fox?
The fox.
He's of great service at Torink. I seriously doubt he'd do that.
Yes, we should go
If you say so.
immediately.
Well, the offer still stands, says Asteroid as you leave.
Come on, Honorbug. We don't go back there. You don't listen to anything he has to say. If you see that quickly and again, you smash him against the wall. Do you understand?
Is there a reason for this?
The fox. He was right there.
Yes.
Don't ever trust the fox.
But why?
Because the fox is never up to any good.
Hmm.
And if he's with Astert, then that's definitely no good. And we need to see the abbot right away. and see if he knows that the fox is in his city. This is very bad news. This is very, very, very bad news.
You
And if there's
seem good
anything
enough.
going wrong, then he's probably at the center of it. And if I have to shoot him, I will. But I don't know if that's what the abbot wants me to do. I'd really like to shoot him, though. I'd really, 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 really. She says this as she wanders back to the eye of the spider. Really, really, really want to shoot him. I really, really, really want to shoot him.
So as you're walking back, you come across Finch and Pivu with their 2 empty cook pots heading back in the same direction.
Okay, I'm not even paying attention. Just repeating over and over again. Really, really, really want to shoot him.
Hello, Finch. Iskin wants to kill the fox.
I guess Finch isn't here.
Oh, sadness.
Did we lose you? No.
Yeah, I think we lost Sid.
I said
that's it.
no.
Can't
Oh wait,
get going without him.
he's in roll 20. Okay. Really, really, really want to shoot him in the face. Really, really shoot him.
So you get back to the eye of the spider, and Sarano has beaten you back. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. So I was talking that entire time.
Okay, what did you say?
I was just like,
What did you say?
"Oh, hi, Clicky." How are you doing?
Okay, we can rewind.
Yeah, it was immediately like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Iskin wants to kill the fox.
A fox was there foxes around here getting into like trash or something?
Just shoot Finch a look.
What? It's a valid question.
Not a valid question. It's a stupid question. We need to go. We need to go. We need to go right now and talk to the monkey. No, that the abbot. We need to talk to the abbot
Okay. Okay.
right now. What? We need with those pots. Just I don't even know what you're. Just we need to go. Let's just go. Okay. Let's just go. And she's pulled her bow by this point.
You met the fox?
The fox, not a fox, Finch. The fox.
No, I know the fox, but
I know you know.
I
the
told
fox.
you to beware the fox.
Well, but I thought that was like what tellers say when they're like, "Ooh, you know, the next moon is going to be such and such." I didn't know you meant he was in the city like here.
Schladzio didn't tell you that the fox was here?
Sancho doesn't say much about much of anything.
Well, that's why the Vader don't hang around here during Star Moon tourneys, because the fox is here.
Well, that would have been nice to know.
We can
They
go
don't
back
really
and kill
talk
it.
about it.
This is like hazing for the new kid, isn't it? I really don't like this. I don't have my horn. We need to go back right now. Right now.
Iskin. Charbonneau should be able to get you your horn all set up. We'll go back, pick up Asa, because he needs to talk to the abbot too. And then we'll all go over. Just take a nice deep breath.
It's the
Everything will
fox,
be fine.
bitch.
Wait, like the fox, like
The
the
fox.
fox, like the
The
wild god.
Fox. The fox.
Finches starts visibly sweating now.
See?
The wild god.
I don't. How many? I don't. She'll run through it in all the languages she knows, Goblin included. The fox.
Hey, you speak goblin too.
Yes.
Sereno told me the two of you would like to kiss, and Denisek said that would make you both feel better. So you should do that to calm down.
What? Sorry. Let's go back to the spider. Yeah.
No. Okay, Pivu. I'll slide out to Pivu. So you know the fox. Like, does he live here all the time? Is he here
No.
all the time?
No, not all the time. He only comes here during the storm moon tourneys. He provides the woundberries that we feed to Jadaba Jujo.
You're gonna have to pick one big word at a time and just work with me on this. What?
Perhaps we should stop here where it's quiet so I can explain some things. What is that used about?
Life. Okay, let me. She holds her bow out. She's holding her hand now to make herself feel better. Okay, so the fox is here, but he's here for the tourney.
Right. He, from what I understand, he spends most of his time in or around Zhuanxing. That's where he gets the woundberries. He brings them here, and we need them to feed Grandfather Spider, Jadaba Jujo. I don't know if you've seen him. Probably not. I think he's been feeling unwell, so he's probably been keeping to the
Webs.
deeper areas of the web. Yes,
He lives in the web.
he weaves the suspended abbey where the monks live.
Okay. I'm
And
with you.
the storm moon casts its light down through the suspended abbey and creates the Ion Tor,
Right.
the Tower of Light.
Yes.
It interacts with the Dovefool, and that's what creates the Ion Tor.
Right.
But the
That I
recent
know.
earthquake caused a mighty wind to rise from the Dovefool, which tore apart the suspended abbey. And now
Right.
Jadva Jujo is trying to fix it, but his joints are hurting or something, and it's not going very well.
Right. Okay. That I'm good on. But why does the abbot allow the fox to be here?
Well, it's a subject of some controversy.
I imagine it's a subject of some controversy.
I mean, he's always, for as long as there's been touring, the fox has always been its patron of sorts. He's always brought the berries here,
What?
but he hasn't been staying here at length until recently. The abbot believes that he can reform the fox by teaching him to play the Frozen Mirk, the Game of Awakening. He thinks that
That sounds like a supremely bad idea.
by allowing the fox to learn his own rune form, he'll be able to
No.
learn morality.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. That makes no.
Well, you're not alone in thinking that.
Well, because it's dumb. Why would anyone think it would work? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's a bit of an optimist. I mean, some would argue that he's unduly optimistic in this regard.
I would say that is charitable. Okay, I understand. I couldn't even. I mean, could you imagine what would split from the fox?
Oh, well, I don't. I mean, if he awakened, if he actually awakened,
Yeah.
I'm not sure that they would actually go through with that portion of.
Well, you could
game.
just go halfway.
Well, I mean, the creation of the Silky is more of a. You can awaken without creating a Silky. It's just traditional.
Okay.
The two aren't dependent. I mean, one must be awakened to create a Silky, but one needn't create a Silky when one has awakened.
Well,
So you can just do it whenever?
No,
no, it's a special thing.
it's a tradition that's gone back for as long as there's been touring, almost.
and it's only powerful. That can do it, right?
Pardon?
It's only the powerful that can do it, right?
Well, it's only the best players of the game who can differentiate a Iron Ruin consciousness so that it can become a Silky, but it's not actually they who bring it to life, it's the Storm Moon. It casts down a bolt of lightning. There's a ritual involving prey blood and spider silk and all kinds of stuff. And the awakened coaxes the consciousness to the surface, and the star moon casts down its lightning and brings it to life, and it becomes this creation of shadow and light, like me,
Mhm.
which we're believed to be the incarnation of the Eye in this world, in the Kneld, the purest incarnation. The Eye can believe themselves to be the descendants, but we're believed to be the Eye themselves. But we have no memory of our time as Eye, and if we ever were, just vague whispers in our minds, hints of things. It's frustrating.
Understandable. That is an intense amount of pressure, and we should get you back to the inn. And I hope you know that, like, I was gonna buy you a drink and ask you all these questions, but the fox is here, so that's gonna have to wait. But come with me now. I know. Start trailing off. Bring you with me.
Okay.
Come on, come on.
So you get back to the Eye of the Spider, and Sarno is there.
Oh, hi, friends. How have you been?
Sorry, no, I can't talk to you right now.
All right.
I'm sorry. I tried to get them to kiss, like you said. It didn't work.
Clicky. Think about elf meat or something.
Ew.
So
Mr.
what do you-
Charbonneau,
Yes.
did you know the fox is here?
Yeah, I know.
Why did nobody tell me this?
This one-eyed guy, Fitzvanker isn't here anymore, but he's back again. He's still at the bar. And when you mention the fox, you hear him go, "Ruff."
See, this guy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're not fans of the fox, says Charvenal. I thought you knew.
No, no one told me this. No one mentioned this. Why is he here? And why does he have my name? And why is Astrid inviting me over with him in his tree place thing, whatever? And Zenestra was here, and Zenestra was with the fox as well. What is that? Why is this happening?
Well, Sinestro works for Astrid as much as the fox.
Well, I'm gonna skid them both then. This seems wrong. Is that why we stay here for free, so we don't go and shoot him in the face? Because I would really like permission to go and shoot him in the face.
You wouldn't be the first to try, but you would get in trouble.
I assumed that was the case.
It's why, well, the Vathir stay away from Torink during the Stormrun journey because of him.
Can I cut his hand off? Is that also bad?
Well, any aggression against the fox, but
But I have so much aggression.
regardless of my personal feelings for the fox, Torink does need him. He does bring the woundberries.
Really, though?
I don't think that our relationship with him should be quite as close as it's become, but I'm not the abbot.
Can I talk to the abbot? I know we weren't gone very long, and I know that I'm probably not in the best state of mind to talk to somebody so important, but this is kind of a big deal.
I believe you had plans to talk to the boy and your other friend, the masked one. So you could wait here and maybe he'll summon you.
Okay. Can I walk around the building?
Yeah, you can. Are you asking her or are you asking
Yes,
me?
I'm asking her. I'm not asking you. I'm asking her.
Sure.
Will you come find me later?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll send someone.
Can I shoot something? Do you have something I can shoot?
Well, as I said, we can always use game.
That's brilliant. I'm gonna go do that.
Okay.
Clicky will follow his skin. Yeah.
So shortly after they leave, Den and Sek and Asa make their way back to the bar.
Sarno's gonna look at Pivu and Finch, like, kind of. Right. So, what's all this about a fox and why is he bad?
Apparently not just any fox, the fox. Which I still never got an answer from Iskin if that's the wild god or if that's the just somebody who's known.
Sarno's gonna look at Pivu. Right. So, what's this about the fox and why is he bad?
Well, it is the wild god. Yes.
Oh god, no.
Sorry, you guys really are really lost here. She seems to find this slightly amusing.
Right. Well, I just got here just the other day, met up with this crew. They're fine folks, so I figured I'd help them out. And now there's a fox. Why not? I don't understand.
um, all I can say, she says, is just steer clear of him. It's a problem that has no easy resolution at the moment.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you. Oi, Finch, want a drink?
Yes, I would like 1 alcohols, please.
What about you, Pivu? Pivu, you want a drink? You read my fortune. I can get you a drink.
Oh, I drink for free. But thank you.
Fair enough. Mr. Charbonneau, could I have another 3 drinks?
She pours out 3 drinks. 4 drinks?
Wait. Asa and Denisek are here. 5 drinks. Ale. Ale. Ale is best.
So that will be 20 tidges.
Alrighty, here you go. Alrighty, what say you all we just grab ourselves a table and have a few drinks and just relax a bit, huh? Let the stress go.
Relax.
Finch takes a sip from the mug and then spits it out. It's like, is that what that tastes like?
Oh, you get used to it. Just drink up, laddie. Trust me, it gets better the more you drink it. Asa, Dylan, Zach, here you go. Have an ale.
Why is everyone flipping out?
Apparently, there's a fox and he's bad news, and Iskin wants to shoot him.
The fox, as in the wild god, is here.
Oh,
So he says,
I'll be totally honest. I didn't think they walked around like people.
Neither did I.
That's a little freaky.
well, here's a
and-
drink. Here's a drink to settle your nerves.
So did we like any of you run into him, or is he just here?
Iskin apparently did. Her and the bug fella, Clicky.
I don't even know what to say to that. You guys seem alive. That's good.
Oh well, I wasn't there. They went for, I don't know, a walk or something. Anyways, like I said, have a drink. And I know you said you drank for free, Preview, but it's the gesture that counts, so here you go.
Thanks. So as you sip your ales, eventually a tall elf dressed in a wispy white silken sarong comes in, looks around the bar, and then comes over to your table.
Hello.
Says, he looks at Asa and says, "You must be Asa."
Yeah,
Finch, I'm looking for.
that's him.
Yeah.
The 2 of you have been summoned by the abbot. I believe you wanted to speak to him.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
So, a friend of mine, Iskin, did as well. If you'll just wait a moment, I'm sure Mr. Charbonneau can go and collect her. And then before the elf can respond, I'll do like, "Oi, Mr. Charbonneau! They're here for the abbot."
So, Erie, you were going out to hunt?
Yeah, me and Clicky are out. I don't think she's actually hunting so much as she's just shooting into trees.
Oh,
But,
you're 300 feet above the ground.
well, you know.
Unless
Just
you want to go down
trees.
to the ground.
I thought the inn was on the ground.
Pardon?
Thought the abbot was above me. It was on-
No. The inn and the abbot are on the same level, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll go down to the ground.
Okay, so you go down the spiral staircase down around the tree down to the ground, and so you're
Yeah.
hunting as you
Yeah,
talk.
we're out. We're out. We're far away.
So Charvenant does a brief circuit of the inn and doesn't see them, so you two are on your own
Oh,
as far as meeting the abbot goes.
Well, do you know what you wanted to ask about? Probably the fox, given what's.
Well, now,
Iskin
but
definitely,
also, yeah,
Iskin definitely wanted to inform the abbot that there was a bad news fox, and I guess ask if she can shoot him. Ah, takes
I
another
will be
drink of
sure
ale.
to ask on her behalf.
Yeah. I'm sure we can bring that up.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to figure out what's going on with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he leads you back along the long wooden bridge underneath the complex of spider webbing, and leads you out onto a branch and rings a bell, and the abbot descends on a strand of spider silk and dangles in front of you. I'm just gonna.
Hey, thanks for making time for us.
I'm sorry, didn't have the time yesterday.
It's
Normally, I'm more accessible.
yes. So I think we've got a couple of questions for you. Two of them are a little bit pressing. So maybe we'll address the most pressing one right now. Asa, do you want to show them what you got?
Hold out the hand. I have a couple things that are messing with my Talitheragatai.
Oh, that was close. Good job.
I tried so hard.
That was the closest anyone's gotten so far.
It's not Talaga Kai or whatever.
It's Talitheragate.
Oh.
I got everything but the last syllable.
Yeah, you were really close. I'm impressed. You got an inspiration for that.
Jesus, I'll take it, but
Stuff.
what was it?
I forget. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. I'll take the inspiration point. So I messed up my Talitheragate. I already forgot the last syllable.
Tay.
Tay. I thought that's what I said, and that was wrong.
Talitheragate.
Talitheragate. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm not going to say it again because I got it that time. So I've got a couple of creatures that are messing with that, and one of them is actively trying to kill me. Is there anything you can do about that, or give me advice for what I could do about that?
I can take a look at the web surrounding you and see how you're connected and such.
I trust you completely on this because I have no idea how that works.
So he closes his eyes, and the threads of his hands sort of unspool and elongate, becoming ethereal, and they waft in the air around you without actually touching you. And he does that for about a minute. And when he opens his eyes, he looks kind of concerned and a bit I guess concerned is the best word, but he's not just concerned for you. He's also concerned about you and like worried about what you're all about. Sort of deal.
Yeah, I know it's a little fucked up. I'm working on it. Promise.
So you seem to be entangled with two beings, one more recently than the other.
Yep.
And the one responsible for your finger, that's the more recent one.
Yes.
I'm not sure I can help you with that. To disentangle you, I would have to take you deep into the drifting strands and basically unwind you. I would have to untangle you from both to untangle you from one. And the first one has been entangled with you for so long that I don't know what would be left of you if it was removed.
Yeah.
Do you know how the second one became entangled with you?
I made a deal with her to
Why?
get. I needed to get to the Kneld to try to deal with the first creature. You may be starting to see why this was a bad idea. So I made a deal with her, and she said I needed to get back. When she called, this is how she called. I have no way back, hence it's killing me. Look uncomfortably at Finch, like, yeah, this is fine. Let's not talk about this ever again.
What did she look like?
A crone, lots of bones. I'm trying to pull up my notes here. She was a bone crone.
I'm familiar with the bone crones. Shouldn't have done that.
I didn't have a lot of options, okay? But I see now that it was a bad idea.
Well, all I can say is that one of these beings. I don't like to use words like good and bad, but one seems to be aligned with selfishness and one with selflessness. It's possible that you could slow the entanglement in your finger if you acted more selfless, because it seems to thrive on your selfishness.
Very pointedly, not even looking at Finch.
Finch is making eye contact with you. He's just like, I'm not.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much for your time.
It seems, I noticed that it seems that you're siphoning somehow from the first one as well. And if you act more selfless, I'm sure that would help in your fight against this finger that you have. I'm not sure what you can do for it long term, but that will definitely slow it, I think.
All right. So, Finch, what was this about feeding homeless people you were doing this morning?
Yeah, that was.
We can talk later about that.
You can do that again if you want. I mean, I just thought it would be a nice thing. I wasn't planning on doing it like every day, but
We can. I'll think of things to do later. This is the weirdest conversation I've had in a while, and that's saying something.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, if there's more you've got to say on that matter.
No, I was about to ask if you had anything else.
Yeah. You know how Iskin is traveling with us, the tree killer?
Yeah.
She's losing her mind because apparently the fox is here, and nobody told us about that.
Schladzio didn't tell you?
No. Most of us weren't even aware that the wild gods took physical form.
Well, the fox is, as far as I'm aware, the most sociable of them. I'll make time for her if she wants to talk to me about it.
I think
She
most of the
did.
conversation
We just couldn't find her.
I think what the conversation's mainly gonna go like, can I shoot it in the face? So
She really wants to do that.
I'd rather she didn't.
I know. I'm worried because like these guys they were the downfall of the other world and just
Well, alleged.
at least that's what I learned.
There's more to
respect
the
your-
story than that.
Is there?
Yes.
Okay.
We've already taken up a fair bit of your time, but can we get the Spark Notes version of that? Whatever those are.
I don't know the details. I wasn't alive at that time. But the wild gods believe that the Wyvern started the war between them, not the other way around.
I'll believe it.
Come on. Really?
Yeah. Let's
I'll pray
add
for
this
you,
to our
Angel.
to-do things to talk about later. And I'll have you know I'm religious-ish. I've made offerings.
Well, is this Halo music playing?
Is it Halo music? I think it's just.
Never mind.
mouse.
I just heard. I heard
What will happen if Iska tries to shoot him in the face? I think it would be better for us to be able to tell her like a specific consequence.
At best, I've heard that she had a run-in with him in the ephemeral realm, and caused him some inconvenience there as well. But he can't be killed. That's why I'm attempting to teach him about what he is, so that he gains some self-knowledge and some self-mastery. Because there's no other way. I mean,
you're. I mean, yes, for most people, but I don't know about the fox, man.
well, what would you have me do? He has
Okay.
reformed to a degree. He is much less selfish than he used to be.
Finch, we are not qualified to talk about this.
I just feel uncomfortable. I'm
Is
sorry.
that like your
He used to be
thing? Telling
purely
people
an agent
stuff?
of chaos.
Does this happen a lot? People come in and you tell them to stop being selfish? Because I'm just noticing a running theme.
It's
I mean-
generally good advice.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try to calm down, try to give him the benefit of the doubt, at least a little bit. Although I'm still wary.
Oh, should we bring up the Storm Moon thing while we're here?
Storm?
Aren't we supposed to kill a moon? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yanavora or in.
No, the other one, right?
Oh.
Reese wanted us to take out the thing over Torink.
Are you
Yeah.
discussing this out loud in front of the admin?
Honestly, probably.
He said. Maybe you should expand on that. Someone wanted you to kill the storm moon.
Yeah,
It was kind of vague.
we don't even know anything about the Storm Moon.
Well, again, I mean, we kind of need that too. The storm moon.
Fair enough.
Why? He's.
I don't.
We weren't given a reason. It was. Were we?
No, we will. She said that if we did that, then we'd
Yeah,
get to
we
go
were.
back to the ephemeral
Yeah,
realm.
we weren't given a reason for why she wanted the Storm Moon dead, but she gave us a way back to the ephemeral realm.
Well, I don't think you could even if you wanted to. But
That's what I thought.
I'd like to discourage you from trying. Sir.
No, it didn't make any sense.
And who was this who asked you to do this?
Somebody named Reese Dreju.
I've heard the name.
Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
You don't happen to know any ways to the ephemeral realm off the top of your head, do you?
Mm. Well, I'm not sure I personally can help you, but Ulmer, the Storm Moon himself, might be able to.
That's gonna be an awkward conversation.
Okay. Awesome.
So wait, we can just talk to the moon?
Well, it's tricky. It's not easy to reach him. I mean, he's up in the sky for one thing, and he's currently a storm. I've heard that people have done it.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance.
Do you know
There's a chance.
how those people did it? Like, did they sit out in a rainstorm and scream, or?
Well, he's aware of what's going on around him, and there is a outcropping which leads to the edge of the storm. If you ascend high enough, but the ways to reach it are either long or dangerous or both.
Par for the course.
Yeah.
The shortest route is through the masked abandon, but they generally don't allow non-giants in there, or not without reason anyway.
Is there a route that doesn't involve giants?
It does, but it involves going to the north and around the mountains.
All right,
and
giants it is.
The moon gloom has been seen everywhere to the north, basically.
Yeah. We don't want to into that. Okay.
So I think we've got some things to talk to the others about.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Abbott.
Yeah.
Actually, Finch, I would like to speak to you privately, if that's possible.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'll step out. Maybe I'll teach you how to teleport and do some more cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
I know, it's awesome.
So Asa leaves, and he says, I was speaking to Charvanol, and she mentioned that your rune form seemed undeveloped, almost childish.
Oh,
You
Pivu said. Well, Pivu said that I was empty inside, and that I had no set rune form.
Yes, that's
And
Charvanol
then-
said something like that too.
Yeah. And then Charvanol said that there was something else inside me.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to take a look and see if I can sense anything in there.
Sure. Just okay.
So he does the same routine as he did with Asa. His finger threads sort of elongate and become ethereal, and they waft around you. But this time they do brush your skin, and you feel their touch as sort of an intangible vibration. It's kind of soothing.
Ooh.
Eventually he pulls back and seems thoughtful, thinks for a moment. Says, Charvanol was correct about the formlessness. Are you sure you're human?
I assumed so. I mean, I remember being a little kid and like all my time growing up.
Well,
What do you mean? Am I sure I'm human?
Well, I was just a question. You seem sure that you're human, so I'll take that as yes. You were sure you're human.
Yes.
And you studied at a monastery
Yeah. Yeah. In
in
one
the
of the
ephemeral
wards
realm.
in the ephemeral realm. Yeah. Yeah.
Had it been there for long?
I don't know. I just was kind of picked up one day, spent a couple years there, had to leave for a couple months, and then came back and it wasn't there anymore.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, it was just gone. Like, no trace of it having ever been there.
Well, that's odd.
Telling me.
That sort of thing doesn't happen in the ephemeral realm very often, I'm assuming.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charvanol was also right about something else being in your mind. Not alive, not entangled the way he said. But it's a rune. Like what you confronted in the tree in the
Oh.
Golden Grasslands. That was a rune loop that became stuck in Iskin's consciousness somehow, and then brushed up against cosmic forces somehow, and created the world that you were trapped in for a time. This you shouldn't have to worry about that, because that was born from Iskin's particular predicament with her being involved with Gloam Trap and such. But it is still undesirable to have a rune loop stuck in your mind. It'll prevent you from developing and growing and changing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know?
Maybe.
He starts to hum the lullaby that your mother
Oh
sang to you.
no,
Mm.
no, I can't give that up.
Um, well, I mean, as I said, it you don't have to worry about creating strange golden grasslands or anything like that, but it well, I'm not sure what effect it'll have. I've never really. This isn't something I run into very often. I think you.
But it may not be bad though.
Well, the formlessness of your room form is allowing you to adapt to it so that it's not causing any stress on you. You're just not. You're remaining static. The rune loop is like a picture, a portrait of your rune form at a certain point in time, but your rune form isn't meant to be stuck in a single form forever. It's meant to change and adapt and grow. Whereas this is keeping that from happening. If you'd like, I mean, it seems like maybe the lullaby I taught you is a meditation technique of sorts, or not the lullaby I hummed.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of using that to like focus myself. It's always given me comfort.
There's someone in Torrink I could send you to who could teach you alternate meditation techniques, which might make it easier for you to um, let go of it. I do it myself, but as I say, I've been busy lately.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to give it up.
It might be worth meeting him and seeing what he has to say.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
He's his name is Nuthu. He's a candle maker.
Nuthu.
I'll
Candlestick.
type it out. Yeah. Not a candlestick maker, a candle maker.
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Forgot the E. Candle maker. Meditation extraordinaire. Oh, thank you for your time.
Yeah, and tell Iskin that I will. Well, she sounds upset. Tell her to come see me whenever she feels like it. I'll hang around here.
Will do. Okay.
And you should probably avoid the fox.
He just shakes his head like no shit.
All right, so you go back to the Eye of the Spider. Has Iskin returned yet, or?
Yeah, we've been wandering back this time. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back. You guys amuse
All right.
yourselves for a minute.
I love the 3 conversations going on.
I
just
know,
now.
isn't it awesome?
My brain is bleeding trying
Yeah,
to follow
it's-
along.
Nobody actually watches this.
I haven't been
so
able to like look at any of that.
Well, no, that's fine.
I'm like ignoring anything that's not mine because I'll
I
get
know.
lost and not know what's going on.
I know. I'm gonna have to scroll back and read the other one because I've just been focusing on mine and listening to the audio.
I've been doing both. I've been listening to the audio. I've been reading both and replying, and I'm just like, so many things going on at once.
I say it's just a good thing nobody watches these videos because they're gonna miss out on.
I-
They're gonna have to keep pausing and reading and pausing and reading.
Next, I also love the fact that I'm talking to you about your old character.
I was like, oh, holy shit, this is getting real.
It's like looking down the rabbit hole, Inception.
Oh Oh, this is great for my psyche. I have to pretend I don't know anything about Nero while talking about Nero.
Crazy.
Oh,
Well, I mean, he's also talking too crazy.
This is how crazy propagates.
Don't worry, next. Nero's not really dead. He's probably living in Dennis's head now.
he's still in Iskin's mini world. So
That's
either
what you think.
I think the sprite said you're not.
so one of two things happened. Either he wandered off and explored, or he became part of the mini world. So
Either that or he unraveled.
Yeah.
Or Iskin realize just let him go, and he doesn't
Well,
exist ever at all.
So he didn't unravel because the Abbot Hodge rewove him and dumped him there.
Hmm.
And if Iskin did let him know, I don't know if that matters because I feel, from what I understood, she generated this world. It's not really a part of her mind.
I don't know.
How do you explain the island? Oh.
I spent so much time reading the wiki, and there's just. I keep thinking this is going to be the section I understand what people are saying.
Nope. It's fine.
See, and then I go to work on IF's wiki, and I get so discouraged. I'm like, this just seems so bone stupid compared to.
But like, I read the IF wiki, and then I understand things, which counts for something.
The funniest part is you guys all left Denisek with the new guy drinking in a pub.
I know. And Sarno's
That's how
super
friends
friendly, so
happen.
he just keeps buying more drinks.
Oh, Denisek's gonna drink all of them too. Oh no, this is gonna be bad because he's just gonna be drunk, and I don't know what's gonna happen after this.
Hello.
All right.
I forgot. No, I didn't. But thanks for asking.
Always.
So just to rewind a bit, I forgot something I wanted to throw in here too. Shortly after Finch and Asa left the bar, and after you had whatever conversations you've been having, I guess, Heidsel strides into the bar.
Fucking.
Damn it.
He looks around.
Ah.
He looks around and his eyes fall on Dennis. He beams. He says, I was hoping to find you here. He says it in Dwarvish, though.
Oh. Go there.
He gives you a friendly nod. He goes.
Come to give me my beans.
Says,
After you figure you couldn't take it.
I feel he got off on the wrong foot. He's speaking entirely in Dwarvish.
No, I'm not giving you my foot.
That's not what I meant, Honored Followation. If we could have a private word, I'd be greatly obliged.
Whatever you can say to me, you can say to the monkey. I mean, Saranu. That's your name. And lady, I don't know what her name is.
Sarano and I are friends.
I don't know who they are, but I trust them with my life.
I was gonna say that. Oh, fuck! Fuck! Oh no!
What?
This is just me realizing that Saranu made a promise to like.
All he said is that he
We
would
didn't
say
commit
that
himself.
Heisel is an upstanding gentleman and a good businessman.
So who all is sitting at this table anyway? I haven't been
I
keeping
think
track
it
of the
was
side chat.
Saranu and Denisek. I don't think anyone else was with us
Yeah.
unless.
Unless Iskin and Clicky joined, it's just Pivu, Saranu, and Disek.
Okay, well then he'll switch to common as he takes a seat. And he'll say,
I'm not giving you my drink.
let's forget about the bones for now, he says. Let's set that to one side. We can perhaps revisit it at some later time when you've grown to trust me a little bit more. I'm just very curious to know where you're from. And I'll give you the Hat of Vermin if you can retrace the steps that led you from there to here in as much detail as you can.
Oh boy, is he in for a treat.
Well, summary for a little while. And I lived everywhere. It's like I don't even know where it is. It's an island, and I wouldn't suggest going there. But um, yeah, we took a bowl to get here. I don't know. I don't know how. You could probably ask them for the bowl ride to get back there. That's probably the best way you're gonna get there. Can I have my hat now?
Yeah. So I've deducted another 20 takes because I ordered another round of drinks by the way since, so we are pleasantly drunk.
I was getting that vibe. I was
Like
getting that
four
vibe.
drinks before this even happened.
Okay, so he seems to be coming to that conclusion as well, and he says, well, that doesn't really, give me what I want to know. Were there any of your companions with you when you left this island? You speak.
They went on the bull ride
Would they be able to perhaps tell me how they came from there to here?
I,
Because if you can convince one of them to come talk to me and tell me that,
why do you
I-
even
there's a
know?
shiny hat of
They're gonna
vermin.
eat you. They're gonna eat you. Like straight up gonna eat you. And now I'm going into high. I need to calm it back down. They're gonna eat
Still high.
you, man. I've had a lot of sugar today, by the way.
Well-
I've never been drunk, so this also plays into the whole can't do it. Hang on, let me do some whiskey shots. How about that?
And you're not sharing?
It's a small bottle.
Yeah, let's be real. At a certain point, drunk and high aren't all that different.
Nah.
At least
Probably not. I gotta slur more and less high pitch, I think. Regardless, he just is not like giving any information that's worthwhile, I'm sure. Because he's not trusting of people. Definitely doesn't trust this guy that wants to get his bones.
Apologies, good Heiser. We've happened to have quite a few points at this point, and like I said, you are a very, very upstanding gentleman, very friendly, very good businessman. But I'm afraid you're probably not going to get a whole lot of useful out of us. We've been drinking and chatting this whole time. However, I will say, Dinizek, this man is very, very friendly, very helpful. But probably want to talk to the angry tree bow lady, also known
They're
as
gonna
Iskin, also
eat
known as
you.
mystical treebane.
Well,
Angry
if you,
poetry lady. Get it right.
it seems I've caught you at a inopportune time, so I think I will leave you to your libations for the moment. If you happen to remember anything, or if you can convince one of your companions to come talk to me and perhaps give me a bit more information about where you're from, I can make it worth your while. If the hat of vermin isn't to your liking, there are other things I have which, as your friend Sarano, great honored Sarano, can attest.
Sarno lifts his mug.
Like scoffs.
But for now, I'll take my leave. And he sort of beats it out of there.
Wait, can I ask him a question? Can I become an innocent leaving?
Pardon?
Can Clicky and Iskin become
Yes, you
the
can.
bar
Or sure.
as he's
All right.
leaving? I'd like to ask him a question.
So you see him sort of head down, motoring out of there as fast as he can go. It looks like he might be kind of swearing to himself under his breath.
I bet he is. Oh, shopkeep. Question.
Oh, it's you.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Hello, you.
Looks
I
down
mean,
at him.
not you.
You work with metal.
Yes.
Can you melt the metal under Torink that I can't pronounce?
Silver?
That's it.
Well, my shop is just that, a shop. It's not a foundry. I don't actually do the smithing myself. My people do,
Where are your people?
and they're quicker down your wastes.
That's
I
not.
believe I got that right the first try.
That's probably really far away and not at all useful.
It's quite far away, yes, but I am in regular contact with them. Why do you ask? I do have sulfur and weapons if that's what you're in the market for.
I don't think you have this one.
Try me.
Oh, you're of no use to me then. Does anyone melt metal? Is there a proper blacksmith around here, or a tinker or something?
Not in Torink. They don't have a whole lot of use for that sort of thing here.
They have no use
They
for
trust
weapons?
me. They trust me to supply the weapons.
Do they now? Okay. Oh, you have a good day then. I'll let him by.
Oh, hello there, Iskin, Clicky. How nice of you to join us.
My drink, you don't none. You don't get none.
You didn't sign anything, did you?
Didn't
What?
didn't what?
Okay.
Well, well, by the way, the honored abbot summoned the other two, Asa and Finch. That's right.
Okay.
Right. Thought you'd like to know. Finch said he'd pass on your message that you're going to shoot the fox at your earliest convenience.
Did he really say that?
That's what I remember.
Sure I was. Oh, calm down.
Anywho,
So we return to the bar. Asa gets back to the bar.
Okay.
You guys.
oh, Asa!
Hey, Finch will be along soon, assuming the abbot doesn't eat that.
I'm sorry I drank your drink.
It's fine.
If he
What?
wasn't, I was going to.
I
So.
don't think he's gonna eat him. They're just having a talk about monk shit, probably. He told us to stay away from the fox.
Oh, well, that's brilliant.
I
Piece
know, right? He also told. Oh, and there's a way for us to go.
Oh, that's fine.
So yeah, it was a really, really helpful meeting.
No, giants are okay.
I don't think there's ones that broke.
You broke my mind.
You follow it.
That sounds impressive.
Break
man.
fine.
Yes.
And technically, he wasn't a wolf man. He was a Heineken and a spider monk.
Close enough.
He's a wolfman who wasn't a wolfman, but was
How
actually a
drunk
spider.
are you guys?
I'm
Pat, pass me one. I need one. It's
No.
been a long conversation.
Here you go. You can have one of my spares.
I don't know what they're talking about. Hopefully, he gets something more helpful than I did.
Well, you have a drink. That's pretty helpful.
That's fair, and Asa will down that. So yeah, assuming we're still gonna follow through on the Storm Moon stuff, since he's also the only person who would
Yep.
know another way out of here.
Gotta go
We
to
should-
Stormin.
We should start prepping to sneak past some giants,
I don't
because
think.
they don't like non-giants.
Can't we just talk to them?
They don't like non-giants, and we are small.
Can you talk giant?
No.
Yeah.
Talk giant either.
Iskin will speak giant.
Iskin speaks giant.
I said I can speak giant.
Oh,
In
well,
giant.
that's very, very awesome.
That is awesome, but they might. Hopefully, you can convince them to let us go through their area.
Maybe.
Maybe drinks. Everybody loves drinks. It's how you make friends.
No.
It's a good guess, Arno.
Have you never left the place you grew up in much, did you?
Bunch of times. Well, the place I first grew up, I left once, but I never went back, and then I left the school a bunch of times. We went to all the villages and drank, and then we started bar fights, and it was grand.
Amazing.
Also,
Well, we have a reputation. We're all ready to turn us into a fine paste.
I bet you didn't offer to buy them a drink, did you?
No, we didn't. But you know what? You try that, Sarno, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm afraid I don't speak giant there.
Giants we have to worry about.
I mean, yeah, talking to the storm moon will.
Even besides the fox, I don't think it's the giants we have to worry about.
Well, what do we have to worry about then?
Okay, well, I lied. We have to worry about the fox, but even before that,
Heidsel. No, but if they
Why do we gotta worry about Heisel? He's a friendly chap.
I'm not worried about it. He doesn't
You-
want my bones.
trying to get my bones, not even
We're
good.
trying to let down a skeleton. So
But he seems to have put that off and just taken one of contract. He's a businessman, not a thief. So
My bones.
I'm just,
My bones.
I mean, again, he's
And if they're gonna get good deals and vermin hats, I don't want to tell them.
Vermin hats.
Right.
That vermin hat.
so he said that laying the bones of Deninsek aside, he'd be willing to give us the vermin hat for the location. Information we can give. I don't know this everywhere place, so that'd be one of you folk. But he's friendly, and he's not gonna just steal him from us. He's a businessman. That's not how businessmen do things.
look, if Deninsek doesn't want to sell his skeleton, then we have no reason to talk to him anymore.
Text from.
And if Deninsek doesn't want to sell out his people,
Well, sure, that's. Well, he's gonna give you the hat for this. I don't know why we have to worry about him. If we don't want to give him anything, we don't give him anything. True. But like I said, if we don't want to give him anything, we don't have to. He's a businessman. He's not gonna just steal them. Suspicion. He's friendly. Also, Sarno's got a wisdom of 9 and shit for insight, so
I'm not.
and as you will.
we're noticed.
I'm just saying, he's not gonna steal from anybody, and if you don't want to give him anything, don't give him anything. That's your choice. Like, I just don't know why we have to worry about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems to have actually sounds really really good. This
I mean,
yeah,
he's been playing ever since I woke up and left and gone back, so I'd assume so.
I played all night. I guess
I don't think that's healthy.
it's not, but you're not going to convince him to do otherwise.
We could just.
Does he do the shiny cherry thing often?
That's new.
okay. Is this picking up my voice? It is. Okay, never mind. Go on as you were. Sorry.
Right.
Did anyone else feel like? Did anyone else feel like God?
no, I'm gonna.
Right. So, Right. So, anyways, moving Heidel to the side, the fox to the side. What?
I need to talk to the abbot, and Honored Bug does too. If he's available, if he's free. Finch, are you done with Abbott?
Huh, yeah, yeah.
Are you okay? Do you need a sandwich?
Thanks, but I'll be good. He said that.
Actually, do you mind if I tag along? I feel like
Shut down.
that was so rude. Honestly, there was no call for that. Well, all I just wanted to do was have a bit of his time after we're done with our business. I'm on a fairly important quest of my own, you see. Well, rude people aside.
The abbot again.
Yes, please.
So you know the way. You've been here before. You
Yes.
go to the down the branch and ring the bell, and the abbot descends on his little cord of silk.
Yes.
Says, I never got a chance to congratulate you for making your way out of your strange sprite world. I was watching from afar. Very well done.
Well, it seemed like the only options were to get out or be dead forever. So, I guess thank you, Abbott.
I hear that you're a little bit upset.
I am. But Honored Bug wants to talk to you, and he probably should go first. And I will compose my questions into short form while he talks.
Okay.
I wish to know more about these Selkies.
The silkies.
Yes.
His eyes go blank, and you see processing proceed across them as he pulls up his
As the interstitial music picks up.
Yeah. What did you wish to know in particular?
I overheard Pivu and Iskin speaking about this fox and the plans to have him become one.
Become a silky?
Something to that effect. Releasing a true form.
No. My plan with the fox is to allow him to play the game of awakening, which we play every Storm Moon tourney in order to achieve a higher self-awareness, because I believe that self-awareness and morality are intertwined. You can't have one without the other. He's a creature of malice. That's his nature. But I believe that if he is forced to confront that, he will eventually find better, less harmful uses for his energy. And I believe we've been having some success. But that doesn't mean that I would. There's a difference between being awakened and being a silky. A silky is created at the culmination of a tourney in which one awakens. Not every tourney ends with an awakening. Some just end when the moonrise ends. But those that do end with an awakening culminate with a ritual whereby
Yes. How does one join these games?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Shit. Okay. So what were we talking about? Sorry about that. Oh yeah. So the physical forms of the iron were destroyed with old Yonadin, um, but their rune forms were preserved in the Dove Pool, and we, as their descendants, believe that by grappling with them in Storm Moon Tourney, we evolved to become a purified form. They were flawed in their original incarnation, but eventually we will become purified in mind, and eventually remake the Kneld in our image is the ideal. So if you're not Ironkin, there's really no, or a wild god, there's really no point. I mean, you wouldn't get out of anything out of participating. Really, you want to participate in the game. Uh, hmm.
I was
Sorry.
basically DM didn't plan for this.
Sorry, I'm letting him out. Hang on.
Oh, kitty. Send him over here. I'll take care.
It would be unprecedented. I will say that much. Um, could you expand on your own people's beliefs that are similar to this? I don't think there's any danger of you dying. Um, I must admit I'm intrigued. I sent your companion Finch for to speak with one of our most promising players to learn some meditation techniques. Um, how about you follow along with him and see what Nuthu has to teach you and how you take to the meditation techniques that he teaches, and then I will confer with Nuthu and see if there's anything to be gained from letting you participate. I don't think I got your name the first time.
Here we go.
Begins again.
So I can't do it, but he repeats it perfectly. He says, do I have the pronunciation correct? Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Clicking sounds. Yes, that. So he turns his attention to Iskin.
And she unclenches her fists and sits because she hasn't sat this whole time. She's been just sort of pacing in the back of the hut during this whole conversation. She'll sit.
Oh, there's no hut. You're on a tree branch.
His area, his
Yeah.
spot. But she'll sit and breathe deeply and try to remember she's not angry. She's just Abbott. Initially, I wanted to come here to apologize. I've seen the city now, and I've seen the cracks in the stone garden, and I've seen the damage to the webs and the light and all. Initially, I was going to apologize because we didn't truly understand what Zevka had in mind. And I helped him. And I wanted to make that right for you and your kindness and for the people here who are affected and for all of that, to make that all right. And I still hold to that. But then the fox is here.
I thought you were saying the fuck.
It's very, very much that intonation.
It sounds kind of like an amalgamation of the fuck and the fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fucking fox.
fox.
It's like the fucking fairies.
Yeah, like fucking fairy. Is here. He's and not just here. He's an integral part of the place. So what am I supposed to believe? That we're transgressors, that we wounded Torang and I need to make amends for that? Or that you allow destruction every day and it's okay. It's all okay.
I think you're overestimating my abilities. Allow? I'm immortal. The fox is a god. What I don't allow or disallow anything where the fox is concerned.
Condone. He's
I'm
here.
trying to. I have the opportunity to make a change for the better in his temperament. I believe. Why should I not take that
He's
opportunity?
fox. He's had a million lives of men, and he's still the fox.
I've heard rumors that you are carrying around his pelt.
It's not
Is
a
that what
rumor.
that
It's
is?
on my belt,
Yeah, he points to it.
and I'll take it again.
Um, First of all, your apologies for what happened beneath the dove hole are unnecessary. I understand that Sevka, that you're strangers here and that you didn't fully understand what was at stake, and that Sevka was disordered in his mind and led you down a dark path. It's I don't hold that against you. I
But
would
you-
keep it under your hat. I don't think you should spread that around.
Well, I haven't, but you said we had enemies here, and at first I thought you meant the giants, but having walked through the city, I don't. It's not the giants we have to fear, is it?
You don't necessarily have to fear anyone. You should probably stay away from the fox.
I'm a witch.
This gets better every time.
Trying so hard.
He is still. I mean, he's doing his best to control the malice in his heart, but he is still the fox, and it's not like he's going to forget that that's his pelt you're so proudly wearing. So when I say stay away from him, I really mean stay away from him.
He invited me to tea.
The fox did.
Hmm.
I would not go to have tea with him.
Well, he didn't put his mark on the whatever that paper was. He didn't announce himself because he's the fox. Abbott, I am eternally grateful for the kindness that you've shown and the guidance that you've given, and your clan leader. And I'm struggling very hard with this. I believe I've been led astray by Zevka, by the beastie in the water, by people I thought were my friend.
That's Risi Driju you're talking about.
The beastie. Yes, that one. The one with the songs. Everyone
I
says
don't think you
something
should trust her either.
I don't know if I can trust anybody. The fox lives here. So how do I
It's my understanding that he'd be quite happy to leave. Not to think about you, to pretend that you don't exist as long as you don't put yourself in his face.
but he's here. That can't be allowed.
He goes where he pleases. He's a god.
You say that like it matters.
He has been good to Torrent over the years.
Don't say that. Don't. And she'll physically
I'm-
put her hands over her ears. Don't.
I'm aware of what the fox is. I'm sure he has his own aims and his own schemes that we are merely a tiny part of. But that doesn't change the fact that Torrent has benefited from
So
his
it's
involvement.
okay?
No, but I'm just there. We cannot survive without him. So the best we can do is try to reform him.
He's a liar and a thief.
I'm aware of that.
He can't be reformed. He is what he is. But I understand that if I shoot him again and skin him again,
That might prove slightly more difficult here than it did in the ephemeral realm.
well, I'm willing to try. But
I urge you not
I,
to.
I understand that would be problematic.
If you go, I would not. I preferred if you didn't.
Can I kill the quickling?
Sinestrio?
That yes.
If you can catch him,
Oh, I can catch
I I wouldn't condone his murder. I mean,
him. Well, then I don't know what you want from me. That was a joke. I'm a monkey. Abbott.
but
Abbott.
I'm aware that he's wronged you. I mean,
That doesn't begin to cover it. If I can't harm the fox, then I won't harm the fox. Unless he's close enough.
is there anything I can do to make you okay with this?
No. No, there is not. But I understand you're clan leader. I am not.
Your friend Finch and now Clicky, as you overheard, are going to learn some meditation techniques. If you'd like to tag along.
There's just more and more.
I don't believe meditation is going to be of any assistance to me.
Well, they might help you become more philosophical. about
I
the
highly
situation with the
doubt
fox.
that is the case. I appreciate the offer, though. My concern, beyond the fact that the fox is living here, my concern is reparations. We're supposed to kill a storm moon. That seems like a very bad plan. Can you give me a better one? Please.
Don't kill the storm moon. I would suggest that.
I'm all about that idea. I have no interest in killing mostly anything.
Bullshit.
Mostly anything. But I
Um,
feel I feel we've been led astray by Beastie. And I would like to know the other side of things if that's not too much trouble.
as for getting you back, I'm not sure it can be done with haste. The connections between the ephemeral realm and the Kneld are severed for as long as the new moon lasts, as far as I know. Once it ends, it takes some time for them to reestablish themselves in any meaningful way. In fact, usually they're not very connected at all until almost beginning of the next new moon. If you can wait that long, I can probably arrange you to cross over then. But that would be a full season from now. As I mentioned to Finch and Asa, Ulmer, the storm giant, he has some control over planar matters. At the moment, his channeling of the elemental energies around this place are the only things keeping Torink from rubbing against the frayed realms and causing them both to collapse into the primordial bleed. And it's said that when a Silky is created, in that moment, for a fraction of a second, all the planes become one, and old Yonadin is complete again, if only for a moment. And during that moment, it's possible that he has some way of shunting you over to the ephemeral realm. I don't know. He keeps his own counsel.
But he can be spoken with.
It's been done.
That's
heard.
not encouraging. Does it strike you that the extended new moon thing might have to do with the fact that the fox lives here?
I don't see how.
Because he's an agent of
seems to
chaos,
be-
and that's what he does.
It has more to do with Yanavora and her ascendancy, which we don't completely understand. The only people I've ever heard making it deep enough into the storm to attract the storm giant's attention and speak with him are clerics of the jar. It's too bad you don't have one of those.
God!
think we had one in our pocket for a little while, then we lost.
But it's possible that any sort of any person with any mastery of weather magic would be able to get you close enough to speak with
Yes. And you wanted to die, Honored Bug.
But we need you.
You can't die now. You die later after we go into the storm. Is there anything we can do in addition to speaking with this giant to assist in the tourney?
Well, at the moment, the main thing holding us back is that the Numenone has gone on so long that it's affecting Jadaba Jujo's joints.
Right.
They're composed of, well, not composed, but he has sulfur running through his carapace and around his joints, and it reacts strangely to these prolonged moon rises and stiffens.
Okay.
But if he had a moon thread, we find that if we bind his joints with moon thread, that eases the pain in them, and then he might be able to rework the webbing with more speeds to recreate the Ion Tor so that the Star Moon tourney can continue. It's just that we don't have enough moon thread right now, and it's not easy to get a hold of.
Where does it come from?
Well, the Yanavorians have it. They wear blindfolds of it, and they use it to stitch their.
What they are.
Oh,
I shot one in the face once. It was pretty metal. Okay.
Evelyn seems to think that there are stashes of the stuff in Torink and that there are Yarnavorian sympathizers among us, but I'm not sure if her claims can be credited.
Who?
Evelyn, she is of the Zealous of the Spider Monks. She's sort of in charge of, well, not in charge, but she has her own sect of them called the Grove Tenders. They act as a sort of militia during the tourneys, preventing fights and such.
Do they like trees?
Not especially. I think it's more in reference to the Grove. Frostbife's Grove.
I see. Could we speak with her?
Sure. She's usually found at the Clear Sky Caves to the south.
Clear Sky Caves to the south. That means nothing to me. Honored Bug, will you remember that? Yes. And everything else he just said. All right. I'm sorry I yelled. I was very angry.
I'm sorry that Schladzir didn't prepare you. I mean, I know he doesn't like confrontation, but
Apparently. He did say, well, he said something a little alarming before before I died. This about his bond mates?
his bloodmates.
Whatever. Like he couldn't, like they weren't there anymore?
The Vader has been having a hard time. They've been trying to keep Sramalank from our gates.
Why does he want to come here?
He just likes to stir up trouble. He enjoys infecting the Fae with his version of the raveling sickness
I've noticed.
and feasting on their Teletherigate.
I didn't see that part. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. He should.
He goes a bit mad, like even by the standards of the Court of the Unmoored, they all get a bit squirrely during moon rises, but he is his own.
He is a secret squirrel, I'll tell you that. That's probably good that he's not here, but bad that the others aren't in touch. So his mind was probably on other stuff.
Yeah.
And not the fact that the fox lives here. Is there anything else we can do, Abbott?
Well, I am worried about Pivu. If you could do anything to lift her spirits, that
I
would be
kind of yelled at
appreciated.
her a little earlier, and I'm really sorry about that too.
Well, I know she has a soft spot for you, so if you could try
Why
to be
does
nice.
she have a soft spot for me?
I don't know. She
Just
perceives things differently than us.
She would have to. I'm not exactly a people person. Look over at Clicky. Yeah. Present company except. I think that's why I like you.
Maybe you will learn about this thing called kissing after all.
If I could figure out how your face worked, I would just show you. Mostly not that complicated. That was the first thing Iskin ever said about clicking was I'm not quite sure how that works. Like, I don't know where his mouth is exactly. We won't. Well, I won't anyway. Take up any more of your time. I will see. Leader Evelyn. I'll see
Evelyn, I can without the K. Although I do like the K. I'll just scratch the K.
God damn it, Evelyn. I'll seek her out. See if I can be of any assistance to her. If you would
think
prefer
I'm
I
gonna-
not shoot people, what should I do if the fox contacts me again? Am I supposed to just
Ignore it.
be
avoid him.
okay with that?
I will have a word with him.
Oh.
As I said, I can't control him, but he does seem sincere in his efforts to reform. He just forgets sometimes.
Iskin strokes out. I have to go now, but thank you, Abbott, for granting us some time, and I won't take up any more of it. I have to go now.
Okay.
Thank you. But she has to go.
And she's gonna come back to a disaster.
Because God, if she is not, then this is a sight to behold.
What?
So explain the scene.
Getting drunk over it.
So Sarno, Asa, Finch, and I don't know how much Piva is actually drinking of the rounds that we've gotten, but we're drunk as
Dennis is probably on
we're
his
drunk.
eighth by now.
You
Sarno,
guys realize that we don't have. I mean, you don't have a room here tonight.
You know, we didn't think this through.
Sarno can pay for his room. He's got that much money left, at least.
Yeah, but
He
he's
just
also
rolled-
drunk.
He just rolled a 20 performance to start dancing to Plinker's music and brought Asa and Finch with him.
Dennis is trying to copy him poorly.
And otherwise known as everything is fine.
Sarno knows how to make friends.
Yeah, and we successfully got Finch
Drunk.
Quincy drunk.
Yeah, that's gonna get a big frowny face. Finch, no.
Please don't take it, chaos.
So I think I'm going to stop there for today
Call it?
because I got a kind of a headache. I kind of need to take a break. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No, but there was some awesome questions. Like I'm glad with how everything turned out. I'm sorry it was all so much lore dump and stuff, but
No. Yeah,
Each
I-
campaign
no.
has to have one, and it was
Yeah,
awesome.
I said,
So
yeah, lore dumps are always awesome.
and I'm sorry not everyone, like a lot of you got big long periods where there wasn't much for you to do.
Oh, we managed to get Finch drunk. I'm happy.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
priorities.
Honestly, I used this time to start integrating Sarno with the party, so it worked out really well.
Yeah.
yeah, that did. I'm glad that sort of happened.
Yeah, he just
Crazy
bought
about
everybody. He just bought everybody copious amounts of alcohol till they liked him.
I'm glad that you've all kind of got little arcs going on and how they're progressing and such.
Yes.
Yeah, until Heidsel and his minions come to collect.
Yeah.
and until Iskin gets back and sees that we got Finch drunk, but Sarno
Someone's gonna
does,
get an arrow to the face at the
Yeah,
start.
And someone's gonna get a
Trouble.
kill. It might be.
Sarno doesn't really care all that much because this kid was rude as fuck.
What? She's not good with people.
No, she's not.
Yeah,
She's
but well, so honestly, neither is Sarno. He's pretty upfront and blunt, but like he doesn't appreciate being rooted at.
He tries.
Darno. Just as an aside, Dennisec's not crazy about you. He likes your money. He likes the alcohol, but he's not gonna trust you as far as he can throw you because you were being nice to this guy that's trying to get something out of him that he doesn't want to give up. So
Oh, sure. All we gotta do is get out of Torrink, and that problem's solved.
oh yeah, you think that's problem's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
solve
gonna be
out of
fine.
Torrink?
I think
Yeah.
this is the part 2. First we couldn't get to Torrink, and now we can't get out of Torrink.
Well, aren't you guys all trying to get into this game?
No.
no,
No.
just clicky.
Clickie's weird like that.
Well, it makes sense though. It makes total sense. These guys are shape changers.
Yeah, it does make sense. I mean, you were right to pick up on that thread. I just didn't expect you to want to play the game, but it makes sense. So I'm glad you did that.
Yeah, like that finishes it.
It'll be fun though.
It's also made up of claws.
After
I
that thing Erie posted, I am working on doing FF6 style sprites of the crew, and then I got to Clicky, and it's like walking face first into a wall.
Yeah. Twinkie, if you don't mind, Twinkie, if you don't mind, I think I'm going to avoid that vase. That's.
That's awesome. That's French.
Nope.
Yeah,
Staying far away from that.
takes some maneuvering. You gotta kind of want it, I guess.
I mean, it's trying.
Yeah.
Take it